What up, everybody? Got a very, very, very special guest joining us. If you're from Houston or in tune with the Houston rap scene, you probably know him well. Probably seen him a bunch of times as well. He is trying to figure out the camera right now, I think.
He hiding.
We got the VP of the Chopstars, man. If y'all know the Chopstars, y'all know OG Ron C, y'all know DJ Slim K. And
legendary.
You got the legendary VP himself, DJ Hollygrove joins us.
Yes, sir.
Me. Oh, okay. I was like, I know you talking about it first. I was a little confused. I was like, the VP. I was like, who is that? Oh, he talking about me. All right. I was looking. I thought Kamala Harris was in here or something. You're like the VP. Like, yeah, V. Now, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? First of all, I appreciate you guys for having me on your illustrious platform. Fig, I apologize for me being a black person and not responding to messages on time because
no, you good, man. I only been trying to get you on for a year now. So I'm thinking like, damn, man, he followed me, but he didn't respond. So I'm like, it's all good.
Yeah, I was like, and I was looking like, yeah, I was like, I was about to go hit him and be like, yeah, bro, just checking on you, making sure you good. And I seen it was a message from him. I was like, oh, fruit. Yeah, go ahead and call me, brother. Yeah, go call me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that was at the time I was experimenting with a social media manager. It's not like my social media was just out of control, but at the time I was really trying to get verified, and I was told this would need to be done. And I mean, it didn't work out. So like,
man, it's so hard to get verified now, man. I don't understand. Yeah, I've been trying to get verified for a minute, and I'm with a big company. And they keep saying I'm not qualified, so I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, on Instagram is hard. On Twitter, it's even harder because like there's no type of process like something you can fill out anymore. Ever since the stuff that happened with the Charleston incident, when they had all those white supremacists verified, Twitter took away that verification application, which was stupid in my opinion. Like just fucking go and unverify all these goddamn racist people. You know what I'm saying? Like, like these people that are doing this rhetoric, like, why are y'all gonna make us suffer? You're making everybody else suffer. Yeah. Because y'all stupid. Like I know artists who had like #1 songs and they weren't verified on Twitter. Like,
yeah. And shit, even though if you look at OJ Simpson, he not verified. I think
well, you know what?
They won't verify him.
Listen. Hold on. First of all,
if you
you're not gonna use OJ as a goddamn example, nigga. You could have said a bunch of other people. This nigga say OJ.
Yeah. He did. Well,
the juice.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner, man.
The juice, not man, not OJ the Juice Man either. You hear me? Now, Mr. Make the Trap say, hey, now I'm fucking with you.
If you ain't gonna verify him, man, you can't verify these white supremacists, man. You can take that shit away.
Yeah, I get it. And that's like, I get it because on one hand, they do have some type of importance in some circles. You know what I'm saying? They are very notable. It's probably, a shitload of articles on these people. So they really do fit Twitter's, criteria, quote unquote. Yeah. But at the same time, boy, fuck you. Like we say in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Girl, fuck you. Straight up.
I think the thing with the verified thing was in the beginning, in the early days of Twitter, there used to be a lot of fake ass accounts for people. Like I remember there used to be a Dave Chappelle account, a fake Dave Chappelle account with like 1 million some followers. There was a fake Chris Rock account. There was a fake Will Ferrell account. And then the verified mark was just supposed to make
you know who the real one.
Let you know who's a real one. But now I think they cracked down on all them fake accounts. So you can't even make a fake account. If they find out, they're going to shut you down. So now I think it's political getting the blue check mark now. It's not just making sure you're the right person. But I know we got way off topic, man. We ain't talking about Twitter and blue check marks. We talking about a legend here in Houston, man.
Who? Oh, OG? Yeah, OG Rossi. Woohoo, legend. Woo.
Nah, nigga,
not me. Man. Oh, who? I ain't know that. Oh, by the way, I seen y'all had mics. I like, fucking, I'm gonna have my mic too. My mic not hooked up. It's hooked up to my my goddamn Pro Tools. So like, I don't want to turn that up though, because that should be loud. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hold this mic the rest of the. I'm lying. I'm stop bullshit. Niggas, people that want me to watch this shit be like, why the Hollygrove? What is he doing? What the fuck he got the mic for? Shit not connected. But nah, I appreciate it, and like I got a thing that I always tell people. When somebody say something to you, like, oh, Hollygrove, blah 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 blah. I'm like, man, I ain't shit, and I always say that. People always laugh, and I look at myself as that. I don't think that I'm really not shit. You hear me? But at the same time, I'm just another nigga that love music, that play records, that have the opportunity to break some records or some artists, and just do it well. So I'm not no different than the next person, and I would never, even like I told somebody, man, fucking Sony, Def Jam, whoever could come to us right now and say, hey man, $10 million contract. I'm still gonna be the same nigga yesterday that I'm gonna be after that $10 million. You hear me? Like I've never let status or money or anything of that nature change me, because just that shit could be gone just as just how a nigga can get it, and can take that away from you as well. You hear me? Then I know how it was coming up and getting shit on, so I don't want to be the nigga. That's why when I seen his message, I immediately hit him up, because I don't want to be that nigga. You hear me? That niggas on down the line be like, man, I try to fuck that nigga, man, but that nigga never respond. Nah, I'm anal about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I run OG's Instagram and his Twitter, so I know how it is sometimes when niggas I go and look like, damn, bro, this nigga hit this nigga. Oh shit, what's up? Let me hit the nigga back real quick. But I understand it too. When you got 1,000,001 things going, sometimes it is kind of hard to keep up with everything on social media. So again, I apologize, but guess what? I'm here now, baby. What's up?
You here,
That's
man?
all that matters, man. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
All that matters made it happen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit,
got a live studio audience. You ain't know?
Because it's crazy, because niggas be popping up in my house, and I walk outside and there'd be a crowd. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Recording on a set of family, we got a laugh track and everything, man. We
going down, man.
Yeah. Live studio audience. I'm telling you.
That was the Ferdy laugh track. That's something happened when, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody be like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And then reply, you, if you let me. Ooh, oh, that's nothing right there. You hear me?
Yeah. We call this the Harriet from Family Matters coming down the stairs in the dress.
Oh, yeah. Wait, old hair or the new hair? I gotta ask. I always gotta ask.
The old Harriet.
Okay.
Funnier because they act like she looks super good when like,
ain't nobody looking at Harriet.
Right.
But no disrespect to Harriet though. Yeah. Man. She's a fine woman.
Harriet, we love you, baby. like my boy, look, my boy, that damn mindset, Big Harry. We talking about that damn Big Harry. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. But let's go ahead.
Podcast about again. Yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, dog. First off, usually start our interviews these days with the wellness check, man. I know it's been a difficult year for a lot of people, especially since the pandemic last year. A lot of people, were affected by everything shutting down, man. How you been in the past couple years, man? You take out a PPP loan? Like, what's going on with you, man? How you been?
Give me 1 second. I need to treat my nose real quick. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, let me chill out. I mean, honestly, it's been a very tumultuous year. Just everything with the shutdown and, virtual school with my son and, not doing good in the virtual learning because, that attention is not there. You don't have that teacher that, hey, yeah, you want to get up and you go downstairs and niggas on YouTube instead of, and I'm like, bro, you're really on YouTube instead of fucking in class right now. Like then, so, dealing with that and dealing with not working for, and I was still working. During the pandemic, I was still obviously doing mixtapes because, you could do them bitches all day, every day from the crib. You know what I'm saying? But, not going on tour and losing out on all them gigs. Niggas had a lot of gigs, a lot of shit playing up and, just having that shit fall through. It was tough. I told somebody before, I even said on Twitter, like, hey, man, I need to go talk to somebody. Like y'all might need to too, because we ain't never been through nothing like this. You know, I've been through a lot of tragedies and natural disasters, you know, being from New Orleans, you know, of course, Katrina, and, you know, we had some tropical storms back in the day, and then growing up in the Bay Area, 1989, they had the Loma Prieta earthquake in the Bay Area, the big earthquake and shit. Then, like, fucking 5 years later, visiting family right outside of LA in the Northridge happened. So, yeah, nigga, they been through some shit. So, you know, I was like, okay, let me go talk to somebody and, you know, get my emotions, you know, cry like a little kid, because I don't want to say girl, because you know that's politically incorrect, because then you make it seem like women are weaker when they're stronger than us, because they have babies come out of their body. They got these big ass baby come out of hole this goddamn big. So so that's why I say cry like a little boy now. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking cry like a little girl, cry like a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Because little boys don't crybaby ass dudes. But I'm good, man. What about y'all? Y'all good? Everything going with y'all? Your mom and everybody, your dad, they happy? Everybody's going, you know, going good with y'all family?
Oh, for sure, man. Like it's been difficult in radio, of course. You know, it was touch and go for a while. There's a lot of anxiety, especially towards the beginning when we didn't know how long this shit was going to go for.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of our friends no longer work at the station now for various reasons, man, furloughs and whatnot. So it's been tough, but we getting out of it now, man.
Yeah, and you know, I was, you know, I don't know if I can say this. I was working at a radio station. Can I say the station? I don't know. If okay, you know, we was at 93.7,
man. We're a black-owned independent podcast.
We're just making sure, but you know, we was at 93.7 The Beat, and we got let go in that 1200 number with iHeart about a month before the pandemic started. So it had already, you know, the shitstorm had already started for a lot of people in February. And then March came, and you know, they was like, oh, it's gonna be 30 days, and then 30 days came, and you was like, whoo, so I don't know, I don't know what's going on. Then it went to 90, and then it went to and you started seeing it, and you were just like, I started telling people like, yeah, bro, I don't think we're gonna do any concerts the rest of this year. And I was fucking right.
Damn.
Fucking right.
It was a crazy time, man. Luckily, we getting out of it now. Look, things are picking back up. I know shows are starting again. So I think we're finally getting on the other side of this whole thing, man. But yeah, it took way longer than any of us would have thought. It was a wild ride, man. Hopefully we towards the end of it now. So knock on damn wood, because it's fucking COVID Delta variant and shit. I'm not messing with that, man.
I had to knock on 3 different types of wood, because
really
it's crazy. You're right, because I remember like the first real concert I want to say I went to was the Larry June show at it was in March during spring break. I want to say it was at White Oak, and then like about a month later, you know, I was a part of a team that bought Currency to the Ava Center. You know, and that was a little nervous because, you know, I don't know if anybody knows, but you know, a lot of people lose at Ava Center. A lot of people bring artists there that they think gonna bring a crowd, and they probably would if they went to another venue. But you know, you're bringing an artist who has a majority of a white crowd, to the hood.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can argue with your mom, you hear me? Argue with your grandma, whoever. Everybody know that part of Richmond right there. That's the fucking hood.
Like,
I used to stay around the corner from them.
We don't fuck with you that much.
You know what I'm saying? I used to stay around the corner from them. That's the hood. You know what I'm saying? So, but we did damn good. You know what I'm saying? Damn near. So, I don't want to lie. We literally came 16 tickets shy of selling out.
Oh, damn. Damn.
I mean, you could round up and say you sold it out.
That's still good, though, man. That's still good.
So yeah, you know, with Spitter and I don't know disrespect, because I don't want, you know, of course Spitter was the headliner, but my dog Young Desi as well, he was on there. So, you know, him, D Flowers, a couple other actors on there, Tree Life Trey. But yeah, man, it was some dope artists on there, and I was glad, you know, we were able to do that. And then started seeing more and more concerts coming up. Like just at Pierre Bourne's concert not too long ago. We did during Screw Week, we did Devin the Dude over there at Wolves did which is, I don't know if you guys ever been over to Wolves Den, lovely ass place. I'll talk about Wolves Den later because I got something coming up with them as well. So,
okay.
So yeah, it was good. It's good to see, you know, things start to get back. Like I said, you know, this Delta variant, you know, I don't know when COVID decided to go to college and pledge, but you know, Deltas is coming up. You know what I'm saying? These Deltas is wilding now.
Really though,
For real.
Shout out to my Deltas. I love y'all, baby. Wow.
So, with that being said, man, let's get into your own musical journey, dog. I want to know about you. You mentioned you're from New Orleans, of course. Of course, you're DJ Hollygrove, so of course.
Whoa.
But how'd you get into music? How you decide you want to be a DJ, and what eventually brought you to Houston, joining the Chopstars with OG Ron C?
Well, my music journey started way back in like 4th grade. I was trying to play the saxophone, but they didn't have enough saxophone, so they put me on trombone. And I was a little upset about that. Like, I don't play no goddamn trombone. I don't play the saxophone. And then they was like, you know, they told me, they said, hey, man, listen, I know you're upset about the sax, but trombone is the closest thing to the human voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the closest thing. And they explained to me why, told me how to slide and work and everything. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. So, you know, playing trombone, and, you know, the reason why I mentioned the trombone, because the trombone is actually what brought me here to Houston. Because once I graduated high school from John McDonald Senior High School in New Orleans, I came to Houston on a band scholarship at Texas Southern University, part of the world famous, you know, Ocean Soul Martian Band, the ninth wonder on the planet, as my band director Richard F. Lee used to say. So that's what actually brought me to Houston. You know, bringing me to Houston really is what got me, you know, to take DJing serious. I was kind of into it because of, you know, older influences, my uncles, and seeing older guys that I knew that were kind of DJing. My boy Black Biggie Black, y'all know, definitely know who that is. Seeing my bro go DJ Black and Mild do it, my bro go DJ Jay Weezy, you know, seeing people like that doing it, really, you know, got me interested in it. And I go, you know, to my uncles, he'll do parties, and, you know, I'll try to do my thing. You know, I would, I was a DJ. I wouldn't consider I was doing DJing because I was just learning, but, you know, like, I'll be putting records on, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't, you know, scratching, mixing, blending, nothing like that. You know, when I got to Houston, I kind of, you know, stopped fucking with it, you know, didn't really think I would go anywhere with it. But then somebody introduced me to this music I've heard before, but I never got in like got deep with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never just delve into the music to, you know, actually get understanding with it. And it was DJ Screw. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put me on, you know, DJ Screw, and then they put me on, you know, I was like, okay, this DJ Screw hard. And then somebody played this dude, you know what I'm saying? And it was, I'll never forget it. I just heard, my whole life change. And I was like, oh, it was differences off of Fuck Action 24, OG Ron C. And, you know, a young lady gave me a very persuasive dance as well to the song. So that kind of, you know, fueled the fire. But got into that. I got into that, and, you know, I got into Watts and started learning about, you know, the whole culture. And that brought me back into the DJing. Started trying to do my own thing, got some turntables, was doing my thing, fucked around, and a guy by the name of Mr. Wired Up, he was having a buzz at the time. He had this song called Put It in the Air, and I knew him because he went to PV. I went to TSU, and we both crabbed 03. You know what I'm saying? Freshman year was 03. Crab, that's a band term, because I know there might be some people out there that's crip that be like, oh, nah, that ain't disrespect. College rookie seeking to attain full band status. That's what crab stand for. But he was like, man, I need a DJ. You want to be my DJ? And I'm like, hell yeah. So went on to become Mr. Wired Up DJ. Then, because I was his DJ and he was rolling in a crew that had another guy named Wondrous, and also Lil O, I ended up being Lil O's road DJ. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was early into my DJ career. I was, you know, like, I was really learning my craft while I was Lil O DJ. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate the opportunity that, fueled my fire to want to be a DJ, because shit, we gonna do, first of all, Wired Up is open up for Lil O. Lil O has a name, and this is like 2008, so he's not that far removed from some of his biggest hits. He's not that far removed from Back, you know what I'm saying, from Players Get Chose. He's not that far removed from it, so he's still getting a pretty fucking nice draw. So I'm opening up for crowds of 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 early into my DJ career. So that kind of fueled me, you know what I'm saying? And it made me just get on my shit and fuck around and became a Go DJ. Got introduced to the Go DJs through my bro, Go DJ Black and Mild, rest in peace. And shit, I started seeing the other Go DJs, and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers cold. Oh, this nigga High C, this nigga cold as hell. Oh shit, this nigga Roger, this nigga Fool. Oh shit, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? So got into that whole world and ended up working with OG Ron C, because I told him, I had already met OG Ron C, told him I was a big fan. I was like, man, I'm from New Orleans. I chop up music, you hear me? I had told him I chop and screw music, and like, hey man, like I'm just gonna tell you because ain't nobody else gonna tell you. Can't call it screw if screw ain't do it. I was like, what? Respect. So I started chopping up music, right? So he was a Go DJ. He was the president of Go DJ at the time, and was playing my mixtape at the Go DJ house. And he was like, he was like, oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. And he was like, hey man, I got this, this crew I started called the Chopstars. You want to be a member? I'm like, hell yeah, shit. I was 09 and shit. We've been rocking ever since. And shit. You know what the Chopstars did. If you don't know, goddamn it, I'll tell you on this interview.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's funny because I think it's a DJ from Cleveland. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. So it's a DJ. I think it's DJ Ryan Wolf.
You talking about my bro DJ Ryan Wolf?
Yeah, man. We from Cleveland, man. Yeah, we came across each other. Yeah, I was kind of shocked to see him part of the crew, man, because it's like, how's a dude from Cleveland, Ohio, a part of the Chopstars, man?
So that's a funny story. So Ryan Wolf was doing this thing, and I really, really respect Ryan Wolf because not only with the chopping and screwing, but just the DJing period. Like he really honed his craft in a very short period of time. He be
killing it in Cleveland, man.
Yeah, like he really went in. When he told me how he used to go and DJ for hours and hours on in his craft, I respected that because that showed that he really, really, really wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because most niggas say they want to DJ. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, nigga go get a DDJ and shit because you got them sync buttons. You can do nah. He went in there and was getting busy, and if you listen to the scratches, he's a fucking beast when it comes to scratching. So yeah, Ryan Wolf, that's my dog. You know what I mean? That's my dog, big bro.
Yeah, that's my dude too.
And then you do a lot of shit. I mean, fuck the official DJ of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. I used to see him up there. I used to see DJ Steph Floss up there too.
My boy Steph Floss, what up, Floss?
Yeah, them dude, DJ Mill, they all doing their thing, man. They hold it down for sure.
Yeah, all of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely DJs like him is the reason why OG. And just to be frank, OG really never wanted to start no coalition. He never really wanted to be, have this to be a big thing. But shit, it just kind of happened that way. Started seeing other people that wanted to uphold the legacy of DJ Screw. Excuse me, and that's how it came about.
That's dope, and I'm glad y'all are really still holding it down, man. Because as a fan, it is difficult to find, especially nowadays. Like you said, everybody got their own DJ equipment, that the software to slow some music down, and you see so much fake shit out there now. Because I'll be searching for music as soon as it come out, the chopped and screwed or chopped and slow version. Dog, you hear all kinds of bullshit. People not chopping it right. It sounds so awkward, but. So you always got to wait for the Chopstars version. Sometimes it be taking too long for my liking, but you got to sometimes wait for the Chopstars version, man. That's the only legit version.
Hey, man, you can't rush perfection. You hear me? You can't rush perfection. But I understand because, even on our end, because it's a double-edged sword with that because every project, especially now that we drop in the hopes that we can put it up on DSPs, the major streaming platforms, and that's just for the simple fact that some people would rather have listened to it that way. We have our own app, the Chop Not Slop app, which we have at this time just a little bit over 75,000 total downloads between Android and iPhone, and it's like that's a nice threshold. But then you also have people that might not be on the app, but just fans of that artist. What I'm saying, they want to hear it. So what are they going to do? They're going to go to the nearest their medium, which is Apple Music or Spotify. Music. So that's why we try to make sure we do our due diligence. That's why a lot of times some projects take so long to come out, because we know that we have a relationship with this artist. So why don't we just make it happen? And sometimes it's frustrating, because it's like it's simple, but it's not simple. It's simple because I've been through the process myself with a few labels, securing deals for Candlestick and OG. I'm saying, even myself, and like once the management team says to the label, hey, we want to get this done, man, it's done like that. So that's why I understand with certain artists why we don't get it done. But at the same time, we're not gonna cry with spilled milk. We hold it for a little while to see if we can get done, and if we realize it can't get done, hey, we're just gonna put it out for our fans. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna get enjoyed anyway. But at the same time, you're missing out on streams, for free. And I always stress this to the labels, like, hey man, you're not really paying any more money. You know what I mean? Like you really about to get some more streams for the free. Like, what's up? But it's a lot of legal stuff that's included, because some labels don't want to do splits. They don't want to keep paying you, the lifetime of the project, stuff like that. So I get it.
I actually was always interested about that, man, because I know back in the day, people just put out the chopped and screwed version, or chopped and slowed, or however you want to say it, version of the album out, and I doubt there was any contact with the label, or they was sold in the street. So it's not like
I mean, that's gonna happen regardless. I mean, if Jeezy come out with a new tape tomorrow, we're gonna go to one of these corner stores in the hood and mess around and see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, like the first time I went to a store and the first time I seen my stuff bootleg, somebody hit me and was like, bro, look what I see in the store. The picture, and I was like, oh yeah, baby, I made it. I'm bootleg, man. I'm calling everybody, you know what I'm saying? So then, the first time I seen it myself, I just bust out laughing. I said, boy, that's funny. And the guy picked up see it, I'm laughing. He said, what's so funny? And I held it up to him and showed him. And he looked, he's like, oh, that's you. I was like, yeah. He was like, how did they get it? But I said, hey, man, I'm not tripping. He thought I was going to be angry. I said, man, I'm not even mad, man. Hey, bro, you got to get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get me regardless. Do I like that y'all bootlegging my stuff? Nah, I ain't too happy about it. But at the same time, the fact that I'm even on that level where y'all feel like my stuff is bootleggable is crazy.
That's a badge of honor, man. Honestly, you made it when you see your shit bootlegged up in the store, dog. So,
right. I ain't gonna Tupac over here and be like, hey, this is my shit. You selling my shit?
Or Biggie.
Tupac ran up on them niggas. I feel him.
Should Jay-Z stab somebody over his bootlegging, man?
Yeah, I think Biggie did too. I think DJ Clip released one of his songs, and Biggie came at him with. I think he came up to somebody like, "Hey, I'm looking for this nigga named DJ Clue," and he had a pistol. And DJ Clue ain't do nothing but put it on a mixtape, and this was early DJ Clue, where nobody really knew who he was like that.
DJ Clue, an amateur. He wasn't professional yet.
Yeah, I think he was just a young buck, just trying to get the exclusive song and put out a tape. And
yeah, I mean,
having that.
it happens. It's time niggas that hit me and send me a song before it's finished, and I'll be like, bitch, I'm about to put this first verse, then the hook on the tape. Like, no, don't do it. Bitch, too late. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, why you saying
And I even have it like in one of my emails, like my main email that I give everybody, because everybody be thinking I'm laughing. They be like, man, how can I send you music? And I be like, don't send me trash music at Gmail. And they be like, what? Don't send me trash music at Gmail. I'm like, that's really your email? I'm like, yep. And I did that because at one point in time, you know, I would be on like Instagram, well, not even Instagram because it's before Instagram, like Facebook and Twitter. And I'd be like, hey, send me your music. This is my email, blah, 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 blah. And I get track one from unknown artists because as a DJ, we get buku email, like especially now, like, oh my bro, y'all don't even know what my email should say right now. I've been saying like 34,000 something, you know what I mean? But like even then I would get a lot of emails and I would at the time I wouldn't go and see who was sending to me, download right now. I just go and download, go to the next one, download, go to the next one, download. So then when after I go back and look and I see his track one from unknown artists, I'm like, who in the fuck is this? So I would get on artists ass about, you know, properly tagging their shit. You know what I'm saying? Or people would send me something that was unmixed and mastered, which is cool, but if it's some shit you're like, how the fuck you listen to this and think this is even sound remotely good, you know what I mean? And then to even disrespect another human's ears with this shit, you know what I'm saying? So then I was like, man, somebody that I knew had a email was like, don't send bullshit or something like that. It was something close to that. So I was like, man, I'm gonna make me an email, don't send me trash music. And they start laughing. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to go make it. So I made it. Don't send trash music and don't send me trash music. I got two of them. So yeah, definitely had to.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a former artist. I haven't rapped in a minute, but when I first started, I used to send unmixed music. But at that time, I did not know, you know, it was a difference. Because I used to record in the studio I used to go to, the song sound way better than what I used to do in my house. So I thought it was cool until he actually sent me the master version. And I'm like, oh shit.
That's always, I don't even want to say that's black people problem because, you know, it happen to poor white people. That's poor people problem because we think that something is, we used to something being a certain way and then we get something that's, I don't want to say regular to other people, but that's really the standard of shit. We be impressed like a motherfucker, like, oh shit.
Yeah, dog. I used to record in a closet. I used to record in a closet, and when I went to a real studio, I recorded, and it sounded good without even putting anything on it. So he gave that to me on a CD. So I'm like, oh shit, this shit sound amazing. And I ain't realized he was mixing it to resend it to me. And so by the time I got it, I already sent it to like freaking 15 DJs. And I'm like, oh shit.
I'm looking for this piece right now to show y'all what the fuck I used to record my mixtapes with, but I can't find it. But basically it's like a headphone jack. So I would have just like a regular headphone jack, right? So I would have red and white, you know what I'm saying, RCA to a headphone jack going into the mic port of the computer. So number one, if any of y'all that used to, and we're talking PC, we're not talking about no MacBook, right? We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, a big Mac, the iMac, you know what I mean, Apple Mac, Apple Jack, whatever, you know what I mean? We're not talking about that. We're talking about a PC. So just imagine the sound card on a mic PC. And I used to record my mixtape on there. So when I went from doing it that, and then, you know, got with OG and he had Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, you need to record on Pro Tools. And I recorded that shit and I heard it the first time. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I was like a deer caught in the headlights, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in awe because I was just like, man, this shit sound, and you know, to be fair, the tapes didn't sound bad, you know what I'm saying, back then, but it's just a high quality of audio. You know what I mean? So like, hearing that shit on that Pro Tools, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get it. So, you know, and it just that's why, you know, I always preach to artists, and I didn't just do that just to be no asshole, because I would tell artists, you know, hey bro, you gotta get a mix and master. Like when I do these showcases, coast to coast, or new music, I tell a lot of artists, you know, especially with coast to coast, because when you're judging, you have comment section. You know what I'm saying? You judge them on certain things, you know what I'm saying, 1 through 10, and you have a comment section. I always say, man, the song is jamming, but you gotta get that mix and master. That bass is all over the place. I could barely hear you, and I'm the DJ for the Houston show, so I'm like, I had to turn the music down just so we could hear you. Get that shit taken care of. You got a decent song, but that mix is terrible. shit like that, you know. So I always do that and tell DJs, like artists that too, and they send me songs. I'm like, hey, check out my song. I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, bro, you need to get this taken care of because that mix is terrible. Like Charles, but it's terrible. The mix on it is just terrible. I don't know what you was thinking before you sent it, but it's just terrible.
All right, Charles Barkley. And that's one thing I like about listening to Chopstars mixtapes, man. I always get put on to people I never heard before. And usually it's fire, and sometimes it fucks it up for me because I think the chopped and slow version sounds better.
You can't go listen
to the regular version. I'm like, yeah, it ruins it for me, man. I'm like, oh, he didn't sound like I thought he sounded. I thought he was.
But you know what's crazy? Voice. You want to know the craziest thing? I'm not going to say the artist, but it's an artist, a very well-known R&B artist who tells us he doesn't even want to. He says, like, even after he finishes a song, you know what I'm saying, like a new song, he has his engineer slow it down because he can't fucking listen to himself regular no more. He said we've ruined him. When this dude told me this, I bust out laughing. This shit was so funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it like when I say a big R&B artist, like big, like crossed over the pop, like the white folks fuck with him type.
All right.
Artists, you hear me?
I'm trying to think who it is.
All right, Usher, chill out, man. I like your voice, regardless.
It's not even. It ain't Usher. It's a newer age artist, but he's a fucking superstar. But I'll tell y'all off of the podcast. I'll tell you. I ain't gonna.
We ain't gonna put that. Yeah, we ain't gonna get you in trouble like that.
Yeah, but my boy Drizzy's the same way. You hear me? Like Drake, he likes to slow down his own records just to listen to him because he'd be like, man, he was like he slows down records just to hear how they would sound, and then he knows what OG and Candlestick are gonna do to him. You hear me? So like he said before, like even in interviews, like a lot of time he writes thinking about especially like the R&B type songs as if it's gonna be on a fucking Action CD. So that's just dope. Yeah. And like that ain't my shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't do fuck action. Like he was doing fuck action before he even knew about a Hollygrove, but just the fact that I'm a part of an organization, you know what I'm saying, that does this and just has that effect on people. You know what I'm saying? It's major as fuck to me. That's one of the reasons why I said, man, I ain't shit. I ain't shit.
Nah, you the GOAT, man. You the GOAT.
I ain't shit.
But I do. That's one thing I really like about music today is how more welcoming they are. I mean, some people say they jack the Houston sound. I ain't gonna go that far, but I do like the fact that a lot of artists are more accepting and even enjoy the chopped and screwed or slowed sound. Because before, it was difficult if you were really into screw music to get other people to like it too.
Yeah.
Because either you liked it or hated it, man. And some people, especially if you wasn't from the South, they hated all that shit, man. So that artists actually like that now.
And I'm gonna be a little controversial. You know what I mean? Can I be controversial? Can I be controversial?
Yes, sir.
All right. First of all, I just realized that my lighting's a little trash, so let me turn on these other bulbs in my shit. Give me a little more lighting. You know what I mean? I had to. These motherfucking lights it be hot in this motherfucker sometimes because these bitches so goddamn bright. I be like, shit, y'all see how bright I done got now? Fuck that ring light. I don't even need a ring light. I just turn these bitches up. So this is what I want to say to that. If Houston really embraced its own sound, you wouldn't have to worry about nobody jacking your shit. There's a lot of dope artists in Houston that Houston doesn't fucking support until they become a big artist.
I'm glad you said that because we've actually brought that up. I was going to bring that up too because we asked everybody because I've gotten different responses. And one of the first people I asked about this, one of the early guests we had on the podcast was DJ Chose. And he basically told me, Houston, and I'm not putting this on him because this was years ago. He might change his take on it. But basically, he said that, artists don't feel like they can make it in Houston. They feel like they got to move because there's too much hating, too much like there's too much that they feel like they're not really appreciated being from Houston. Like Houston will put an Atlanta artist way above one of their own fellow local Houston artists. Whereas if you go to Atlanta, you know, they put in Atlanta first. You know,
and that's what
they doing.
That's what Cho said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was fucking
I'm
spot on when he said
but in
it.
general, yeah.
He's spot on because, you know, I'll take my nigga Chose for example, right? So when Chose was coming up, you know, in the early, you know, in the late 2000s, you know, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, it was niggas that was hating on him like niggas ain't want to fuck with Chose because he wasn't from Houston, because he was from Brookshire. Like, that's the stupidest shit I fucking ever heard in my life. If a nigga jam and make good ass music and good ass beats, why the fuck wouldn't you want to fuck with him? And then when the niggas start getting all these placements, niggas won't jump on dick and try to fuck with him then. No, I don't do that shit. You hear me? I say this shit on every I say a line on every independent tape I do. I say, yeah, man, shout out to y'all that's fucking with this artist now. You hear me? Because I said, don't wait till they blow up. You hear me? Because y'all gonna blow up and like, oh, I been fucking with them. Bitch, no, you wasn't. I said on every independent tape. You hear me? Because it's the truth. Don't wait until you hear me. Travis Scott got upper echelon. Start fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't fucking with him with the days before the days before rodeo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't fuck with him back then.
Yeah.
So like, don't jump on him now. And if you didn't know, cool. If you don't know who the artist is, I totally get that and understand that. But when you know who the fuck they are, and you just choose not to support them for whatever reason, don't jump on their dick now. It's a lot of artists that niggas wasn't fucking like Riff Raff. Let me use my boy Riff Raff for example.
Yep.
Why ain't nobody want to fuck with Riff Raff? OG Ron C was Riff Raff first manager. He would try to get riff songs with these. Like first of all, you gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just take everything out of it. This nigga was on MTV like a motherfucker at that time. Mm-hmm. He was on G's to G. He went on G's to G, got put off the first episode, but his ass was so fucking memorable that he was on every fucking any type of show that they talk about stuff from TV. They was talking about it. They was talking about him on Good Morning America. They was talking about him on the Today Show. They was talking about him on Talk Soup. They was talking about him on every fucking little thing. Tosh and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like one of the first people to go viral, if you think about it. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't you want to have to be like, oh, well, he don't like, bro, he sounded like an old Houston rapper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Riff Raff been sound like an old Houston rapper. Ain't nothing from changed from when Riff Raff first started to now. Besides, the only thing he doing now is he's starting to fucking venture and make a little few pop songs. You know what I'm saying? A few rock songs. But he was still doing that back then. He got Time. That song Time that he did is a fucking cover of Hey There Delilah. You know what I'm saying? It's a song called Time. Time goes on, it don't stop. And it moves fast. And that bitch jam. You ever listen to that bitch? You be like, hell yeah. And it's a fucking the song is made off the beat for Hey There Delilah, whatever. So he's been making them songs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. and then when this motherfucker started getting $25,000 a show, and you know what I'm saying, he was showing people how to be the man while tiptoeing in their Jordans. Oh, yep. Now we Riffy baby. There you are, Riff.
You don't show love to the city no more.
Riff-o-matic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it always happens. You know, Meg the Stallion. It was a lot of DJs who didn't want to play her shit because it was like, she a female, that shit, this not gonna go nowhere. It's a cool song, but okay, because you know, I was there with the early shit with 1501. You know what I'm saying? I was there when I want to say I might not have been there when Carl actually signed her to 1501, but like I remember working with her when she was going to do her first show. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember my homegirl who I marched in the band with at TSU was her choreographer at the time, teaching her dance move for her first show at my homegirl's fucking dance studio off of Alameda. So, you know what I'm saying? And OG Ron C was her DJ at the time. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just crazy how this goes back to OG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my boy T Nitty, before T Ferris got in the picture, was the manager. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, nobody was really fucking with her at that time. But then, like, after that South by Southwest 2018, or everybody was on the old, because you start seeing Yahoo Music and Double XL and all these other publications writing about her. Then you see Big Old Freak get added on, get played on the Breakfast Club. Then you see it start getting added to this and this and that and that. And then that shit start going up. They're like, oh shit. Meg, we love you, Maggie, baby. Yes, the Maggie D's, we love you. I've seen it over and over again. I've seen it with Chose. I've seen it with Beat King. I've seen it with, you name it. Young Desi, man, Young Desi. Young Desi. Don Toliver. I'll be so fucking mad at myself because I got these motherfuckers right here. It's probably not on these. It's on the old ones. These are, hold on, let me put them right here so I can see. These are called Snapchat spectacles. Nah, these are Snapchat spectacles. If you can see right here, it's a camera on it. Let me put my hand right here. So it's a camera right here, right? I used to wear the hell out these. I don't wear them as much now, but I had footage of Don Toliver telling me, OG, and Candlestick, like, man, it's like 4 years ago, probably almost 5 now. He was like, yeah, man, I stepped away from music. I just didn't really like the music I was making. But man, this new shit I'm coming out with, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be a superstar the next 5 years, bro. Like, shit I'm making is different. Like, y'all gonna fuck with it. And I was like, all right. First song he sent us was that was I Gotta. Man, he sent something. He sent one song and it was cool jamming the song, and then he sent that motherfucking Diva. You know what I'm saying? If you ever heard Diva by Downtown, you know how good of a record that is. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this motherfucker out of here. You know what I'm saying? He out of here. And then it seemed like, about 7 months later, fucking Kevin Gates went and bought the record, remixed it, put it out. I was like, okay, all right. Probably about 4 or 5 months later, and you heard Don got signed to Travis Scott. And I'm like, for real? Hell yeah. I ran into him. Yeah, I did, bro. We got signed, man. And I was like, I brought up that footage. I said, bro, I still got that footage. And I was so mad because the Snapchat, I had it on Snapchat. After a while, they delete older posts. And they deleted it. I was just like,
damn.
I was so mad because I had him, and I don't even want that just for me. Just like, oh, I got this motherfucker. Now I want that for him. You know what I'm saying? So he can take that and put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So and I fuck with Don, and I was hella excited when he hit us up and was like, yeah, man, I told y'all I was gonna come back and get the shit chopped up. Come on, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He really kind of in a way opened the floodgates, because then everybody and mama want to come do it. You know what I'm saying? But and that's why I was saying about Houston saying, oh, these niggas stole our sound. If we had more people like Don and Meg and Sosa, man, just getting their shit chopped up, you wouldn't have that. You ain't gotta just come to the Chopstars. You go to Watts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta just come to us. You go to Watts too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, when y'all get mad because these other out of town artists are getting the slowed down sound and then decide, hey, I'm gonna make a song and incorporate the slowed down sound into my music like ASAP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all niggas get mad. You got the same opportunity to get your shit chopped up. Are you getting it done? Can't complain. We ain't getting your shit done.
That's a fair point. And I'm not putting this on y'all because I know y'all in the Chopstars, y'all definitely put local talent on. So I'm not including that. But we've talked to artists on, and they're not necessarily from Houston too, some from Cleveland as well. And they seem to think like the problem is the gatekeepers, as in the DJs, the radio DJs. They say they're not playing our shit when we send them, and they playing the out of town stuff, and they not putting the city first. And I'll see some DJs say, hey, y'all artists not coming correct like you're supposed to. So who do you think is really to blame for this environment in Houston right now?
So I'm glad that y'all say that. I'm about to, let me see if this shit's still on my story. Is it still on my story or is it gone? It's not, but people replied to my story, so I can probably fucking find it. Yesterday, an artist hit me up, and on Insta, on I don't know if y'all know, on Facebook, you can send like whole songs to people in their inbox, right? On the computer. On the computer, you can, right. So nigga just sent me a whole song, and I get this all the time, but I was just fed up, and I seen like the motherfuckers he followed. You follow some of my niggas, some respectable DJs, so I know goddamn well you ain't coming at these niggas like that. So I said, Yeah, because I can see it. I have my Facebook and my Instagram connected, so I can see some of my Instagram, my Facebook messages on my Instagram. Sometimes just fucking weird. You know what I mean? So this was a Facebook message. So it's just a message. So I say, yeah, I got audio block on Facebook. If you're trying to get me to fuck with your music, you should try hitting me, asking for my email. No offense. No DJ's gonna listen to a song sent to their inbox with no info, no greeting, no introduction or nothing. You know what I mean? I said, that's not how you build a relationship with DJs, brother. Free game 1-on-1. And everybody was like, hell yeah, comment on my shit. Yeah, bro, that's fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you have to come at DJs right. And a lot of times, these artists don't know how to do that. A lot of times, artists will show up to a DJ at 1 o'clock in the morning talking about, play my song, play my song. Nigga, you want me to play an unknown song from an unknown artist I've never fucking heard of, and this is my first time hearing that at 1 o'clock? Yeah. During the power hour,
and you crazy. You in the groove at that time too.
Bitches, you crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like niggas with radio. Man, my shit ain't on the radio, my shit jamming. Man, it's a process and a step you gotta go through radio. It's about 20 artists, you hear me? They can drop a song right now and the shit's gonna get played on radio tonight or tomorrow. You hear me? But it takes a long time. It's like there's Drake, Beyonce, let me see, Drake, Beyonce, probably like the Bruno Marses, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not really, it's not like I said, it's not, that's just like 3 or 4 I can think off the top of my head. But if I seriously think about it, I can probably name you 20 artists who, like I said, could drop a song today and it should be on the radio tonight and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's because them motherfuckers have a track record. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't build relationship with DJs. It ain't about, first thing niggas think about when you build a relationship with DJ, you got to dick ride, an ass kiss, you know what I'm saying? Or you got to buy this nigga off. No, bro, it's simple shit. If you know a DJ is spending, you hear me? Get there early. Buy that motherfucker a drink. Hey, bro, you drinking? I bet. Man. All right, cool. Yeah, just let you know, man. I do music shit, man. I'm such, man. Should I chop it up with you one time? But shit, I know you're busy, but should I fuck with you next time? Step one. Yeah. Then the next time you see that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because number one, DJs remember shit like that because 9 times out of 10, especially if it's a nigga DJ in the club all night, he not getting paid a whole fucking lot of money. You know what I'm saying? If he's DJing 4-5 hours, nigga might be getting paid $300. Nigga might be getting paid $400. Unless you Rogers, you know what I'm saying, or High C or Candlestick or, a DJ that's really been putting in the work for a long time, you're not getting paid a whole lot of money DJ, my nigga. Trust me. I know. That's why I don't do clubs. Because it's like, sometimes it don't be fucking worth it. Just shit that, I tell niggas like this, and it's not being funny. Like, I know what I charge for mixtapes and I know what I charge to chop up a song. A lot of times, when motherfuckers want to pay me, I can chop up 2 songs and make that.
Damn.
Chop up a song, nigga, song's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes at the most. So I don't think it's going to take me to chop up this nigga song, talk on his shit, and send it back. I can do that in 10 minutes. That don't mean if you send me a song right now. Yeah, don't mean if you send me a song right now, I'm gonna chop that shit up and now. Nigga, you gotta wait. This is a list. I got
DJ Hollygrove said it here first. You send him a song tonight.
Yeah. I'm about to send you something right minutes.
Now. Yep.
Yep. Go ahead, tweet it. I'm gonna retweet it. Yep. Yep. Y'all believe this is what I want.
He said 10 minutes or it's free.
Right, but it's just about how you build with it, and then you have to like actually support a DJ, just like you want a DJ to support you. Go to this nigga events, you know what I'm saying? Support the shit that he got going, you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize some DJs, they do it for a side hustle, but it's a lot of motherfuckers like me who this is their career, this is their bread and butter, this is what gets keep their kids fed, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta come correct, and then niggas when it comes to services, see people like, man, I gotta pay a DJ. Yeah, for his services. You know what I'm saying? Just like motherfucker, if you want your oil change, that's a service. You have to get it done. You have to get it done to your car. You want to get your record on a mixtape, that's a service. You want an email blast, that's a service, brother. You know what I'm saying? People got to realize and understand that anything that you do you have to put money into. You know, my OG, that's why he the damn OG. He says shit all the time. You fucking find me a business and I can start today where I have to put up $0. Exactly $0, and I can start making a profit. Nigga, I stop DJing a day. And nothing that you fucking do it's nothing that you gonna start that you don't have to put money into. If you want to be a pooper scooper, you gotta go buy the gloves and the fucking scoop. If you want to cut grass, you gotta go buy the fucking lawnmower. Unless somebody fucking gift you a lawnmower. But at the same time, and even if that motherfucker, you gotta, how you gonna get there? You gotta put gas in your car. You know what I mean? So you have to put money into any fucking thing that you do. And artists don't understand that. They think that shit come overnight. And I understand it because the internet kind of fucked that up, because you have people that go viral, and man, salute to them. That's a fucking blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, you gotta look at going viral like winning the lottery. My nigga, everybody can't fucking do it. And sometimes when it do happen to it, that shit ain't fucking lucrative, or it don't turn out the way you. I'm about to look at me, my dumb ass. Fucking ash and mist, and anyway. So nigga about to fuck shit up over here. But it's like, you know, just because you win a lotto don't mean that you're gonna end up rich with all that money. And just because you go viral doesn't mean that your single is going to sell. It's a lot of people that went viral on their songs and they really didn't do nothing for their songs because they didn't have a plan of action. They didn't know what to do. And that's a lot of times with artists, they don't have no plan of action, no direction. They got their homeboy managing them that ain't fucking managed a McDonald's before, but this nigga gonna manage your fucking career. He hasn't taken any music classes. He hasn't talked to the niggas that fucking, you haven't talked to niggas that are all managers to say, hey man, listen, I'm doing this. Man, when I started doing road management for certain artists, I would ask OG, T-Nitty, you know what I'm saying, Bone, you know what I'm saying, D-Will. I would ask the nigga, say, bro, you know, I'm a little nervous about this shit. So what do I do when I run into the situation? This is how you handle it. Because they know me, first of all, I'm a hothead. You know what I'm saying? OG Ron C will tell you he had to take my gun out of my head in 2010. I'm glad he did, because I don't know what, but I ain't telling niggas, I'm thug, bitch, I'm killing everybody. Niggas die. But at the same time, you come around that bullshit around my people, you fuck around, might get popped. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful that a lot of times, situations like that, it de-escalated before it escalated. So I would ask them, you know, how do I handle certain situations? You know, how would I maneuver around that? You know, and getting those games from them people, you know, really save me and save a lot of people's career. Because shit, I don't want nothing but the best. Like I tell people all the time when they say, man, I appreciate this shit, man. I'm like, man, I'm just telling you because a nigga ain't telling me. Or a nigga told me, and nigga told me too late. And I'm trying to tell you early before you fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the whole DJ thing, I don't know if you remember the I can't think of his name, but the DJ from Houston, he DJ for Keisha Cole.
My boy High C.
High C, yeah. It was a situation that happened. I don't know if he was in this room on Clubhouse, but I guess
I was there.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people was upset that I guess he didn't put on for Houston. During the DJ set.
And I'll speak on this briefly, and I already know what you're about to say.
I was just going to say what he said to me made sense, because I guess people was wondering why he ain't played no Erica Banks and all this other stuff. And he said he not getting into all that already unless, you know, you pay me to do this. And I kind of respect that, man, because he pretty much said, I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much said, what do I get out of it? Like, so what is that going to be?
This is what he said. I'm going to elaborate because, you know, I don't want some people just hear that part and then they'll run with it and like thinking as high as he's saying, if you're not playing him, you're not playing your records. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that on a platform like that, I'm fucking with the motherfuckers that fuck with me the most and the hardest. And at that time, BSGG Lil Man was fucking with him and going to all his shit. So I'm gonna be supportive of it. You hear me? I'm gonna fucking, you know, and he said this is one of the hottest records in Houston at the time. You know what I'm saying? And people came to hit me and asked me, what song? And I was like, what song? I'm like, and I like, who? And I was like, nah, I don't know who it is, because I didn't know his name. I knew the song. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I knew it because it had Jazzy Faye on it. You hear me? But I didn't know BSG Lil Man name at that time. So I was like, nah, that's not one of the hottest songs to me. My opinion. To Hollygrove. You know what I'm saying? My bro, Mr. Wired Up, was on it. He was like, nah, Hollygrove. He was like, remember that song I was playing last week? when, and because I was at Onyx, he was like, when such and such, he was like, yeah, he was like, that's the song. He was like, that's BSG, that's the song, that's him. I was like, oh, okay. And I remember. So then when Wired Up said that, I'm like, okay, yeah. I was like, nope, my bad, y'all. He right. That is one of the hottest songs. But at the time, like I said, I didn't know his name. So nigga coming there like, oh man, Hollygrove hating on High C. Why would I hate on a nigga that bought me more money than 99.2% of the motherfuckers on stage? Because it was, a couple people, Wired Up was on stage. He bought me more money than, High C, respectively, because I was that nigga DJ. You know what I'm saying? OG was in there, and he's bought me more money than High C. You know what I'm saying? So majority of you niggas on there, this nigga that bought me more money, more opportunity, so why would I hate on him? And then when I explained it, I told High C, I said, nah, this is what I said. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he could have played, and I told him while he's on stage, I was like, hey, I feel like you could have played, you know what I'm saying, this, and this, because at the time, they was the hot, you know what I'm saying, like they was the top motherfuckers out of Houston in Texas at the time. So I'm like, why wouldn't you put a little bit more fire on their light? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the interview. What's up? You trying to hit this? All right, come sit down and shit. Say you want to hit the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so but he made a good point. High C is a DJ that, a lot of people do hate on because shit, he's in the situations they're not in. And he said, man, I play a record, I'm start supporting a record, and niggas start hating. And I felt them. I felt that because it be shit that we do. You hear me? Like, I didn't hear niggas still like our mix is verbatim. And it's like shit that we do on the Chop Not Slop show. The niggas is still verbatim, and then they'll say they don't fuck with us. Like, nigga, why you playing the shit that we play like in that same order? Like, it'd be weird, bro. It'd be weird. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The DJ community is weird. Yeah. And like I said, I felt High C on that because, you got niggas that really, don't fuck with him and will go out their way to stop fucking with artists. It's the same thing with OG Ron C. OG had been managing a certain artist, I'm not going to say who, and he stopped managing the artist because that artist was getting blocked from getting play on a certain station. So OG was like, I'm going to make sure that your shit go high and I'm going to stop fucking with you. And the artist like, no, OG, no. I got to, bro, because I don't want to be the nigga to stifle your growth.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel for DJs because I feel like DJs are they kind of get the short end of the stick at times because artists, they always think DJs should play their music, and then let's say their music do take off, then they just leave the DJ in the dust. Like, all right, I'm cool now. So I respect when DJs say, nah, let's work out something first before I, do that.
Yeah, man, because you have situations where DJs have single-handedly broke records, you know what I'm saying, and they get like no credit for it, you know what I'm saying? And there's times that they do get credit for it from the artist, but they still don't get, no love shown from the label, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the label swoop in and they find their own DJ.
Man, I know this interview about me, but I gotta big up some niggas. Man, shout out to my nigga DJ John Wells. Cause I don't care what nobody say. I feel like if John Wells, and again, them niggas was doing their thing in Atlanta, but Texas is the #1 digital market. Period. No matter what it is, if it's digital music, if it's digital movies, it doesn't matter. We are the #1 fucking consuming market, period. You know what I'm saying? So John Wells was on the song early. I remember John Wells hit me and said, bro, I got this song you have got to hear, bro. This is like, this shit's some crazy up-tempo shit. And I was like, man, send it over. And it was, boom, don't flex, sound, boom. No flex, so they know better. I was like, okay. I'm like, oh, this jam. Sent to the OG. OG was like, oh yeah, we're gonna play this. Started playing on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll tell you, we was like the first DJs to start playing them. And this was like, I remember when they came to South by Southwest and we ran up on, was like, man, yeah, man, we've been playing y'all stuff on the radio. My boy John Wells, and it was like, oh man, I appreciate it. And my boy, he wasn't a chop star at the time. DJ Baby Chino was one of their tour DJs. And yeah, man, it's crazy. It's like, they show love, but it's other artists where, you could be the first person in the world playing a song on the radio, and the song goes platinum, and you still ain't got no plaque. You know, it's songs that I done helped blow up, and I still ain't got no plaque from those. And I ain't asking you to buy me my shit. I buy my own shit. Just prove it.
Yeah, no, it just show you how some artists are. Once they, blow up, then it's like you don't even exist, and I think that's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah, man. And like I said, and I understand, like, it'd be a lot of fucking DJs. It'd be a lot of DJs that probably help you out and shit like that. But when it comes to certain shit, you know how shit was. You know what I'm saying? It's certain, just like, rest in peace to my dog. Man, my nigga Young Greatness, when it come to who the fuck broke his shit in Texas, if he was alive, he'll tell you equivocally, without a doubt, man. Hollygrove. He was playing Rolly, you know what I'm saying? He was running that bitch on the Chop Not Stop show. And then I remember when they sent me Moolah, like I think that whole dead. I wish I could put my computer up. I have the original version of Moolah before they would have changed everything around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got that bitch. It was unmixed and mastered. And I was like, boy, this hoe was a fool. And I told myself, boy, this hoe gonna go. Like Rolling was already a hard record with him and Meek Mills. You know what I'm saying? He talking about rolling on my wrist, rolling on my wrist, rolling on my wrist. I bet I fuck your bitch, rolling on my wrist. I was like, yeah. Then he got Meek Mill on that hoe, and Meek Mill was hot as fuck at the time. You know what I mean? So it made sense. But, it's some artists that, would go out their way to make sure they show love, like my dog T Wayne. T Wayne made sure he came through about, T Wayne and then Carl Crawford. Like, they're the only two people, and then B King, that I've seen that, like, really just bought DJs plaques like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like showing niggas that was there from the beginning plaques.
Yeah.
So salute to them.
That's dope, man.
That is dope, man. You always like to see that love. I still remember, because I always, when I think of Houston DJs breaking a record, I always go back to the time I was in the car listening to Michael Watts doing his Screwed Up Sunday thing, and I heard that Trey
DJ Michael 5,000 watts.
I talked to Watts earlier. Watts had called me earlier.
He played Swang for the first time by Trey, back when you could play Trey on the radio before the politics got involved and they banned him for whatever reason.
We got to get into that in a minute.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
But, we can get into
it. Well, shit, let's do it now, man, because nothing I was going to say mattered anyway.
But no, I know what you're going to say, and I remember that nigga Watts. I remember because he bought that bitch back like 3-4 times when he first played it.
I remember.
And he did that whole show.
I never called into a radio station. I contemplated it that day, man. I was like, you got to run that record back. When I heard that, I was like, that's the original version with the original Michael Jackson sample. Yeah. I'm like, no, you got to run that back immediately, dog. That was so crazy to me when they first bumped that.
Ross was killing that bitch, you know what I mean? But yeah, we get into that. So I'm from the beginning, I've always said that the trade, it shouldn't have been no ban. You know what I'm saying? And I can only go off of what the story is told to the public and everybody. Trey said, called him to a fat bitch on a freestyle. And, 97.9 people took offense to it. If it's more to the story that we don't know about, well, it needs to be brought to the public because everybody thinks that that's what it is. So,
yeah.
I remember the interview. I remember the Tay, like, basically blame it. She act like Trey pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because, like, it's so many people who don't even know who the shooter is. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, man, it's crazy because they play the shooter on their station like a mug. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to, paint my boy in a negative light because let's keep it 100. He was defending himself. That's why he only fucking did like a year. He only did a year for unlawful possession. You know what I'm saying? But he really defended himself. You know what I'm saying? But they play the dude that shot the dude on the radio. But you want to play the dude who festival was at because he called your on-air personality at the time a fat bitch? It's fucking retarded. Excuse me, I won't say that word. It's fucking stupid as hell. It makes no sense. Then, like, especially after everything he's done from Harvey and like, this dude got all type of. He done been recognized by everybody from the president to Billboard awards. Like
Yeah.
The shit got to stop. The shit's fucking ridiculous. And I get kind of upset at, you know, the upper powers in Houston that don't fucking put a stop to this shit.
Yeah, that and to be honest, I'm not from Houston. I moved here in 2016, so I don't know exactly what happened, but from the outside looking in, it's like, damn, like this guy's doing so much for the city of Houston. And I think the final straw with me was them cropping him out of a Beyonce picture during Harvey. It's like, man, like, come on now. Like I heard the people that he had a problem with wasn't even there now. So it's
ain't
like,
been there in over 10 years, bro. And you know, I don't want to get too much into it because I got, you know, I got people that work over there, and you know, they definitely know how I feel. You know, we've talked about this on the side, and it's just ridiculous. It's just like, at a point, when are we gonna stop?
I mean, I like it's kind of like that situation with the Harvey stuff is like, y'all got to make an exception at least, because he is doing good for the city. Like it's not that deep. And like
find me somebody doing more for the city than him.
Yeah, and a situation like that, you got to make an exception. At that point, I would say, hey, I know, you know, we got some stuff going on, but you know, thank you or something.
Yeah, shout out to my dog Trey the Truth, man. You know, he doing a lot for the city. And I ain't gonna lie, that Trey the Truth, that trade ain't the last one. I was like, man, I want to see how he gonna do this with, you know, with the COVID stuff. But he did pretty goddamn good. And then that comedy show was the beast. And I don't know if y'all heard about the comedy show.
I did.
He bought out Dave Chappelle as a special guest.
Oh damn!
Shit. So just imagine you bought a ticket to see. You know what I'm saying? You bought a ticket to see that damn Monty, my boy Nick, Mr. Bankshot, Desi Banks, Tumac Defeat, who from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So you get to see, you know, you buy a ticket to see all these, you know, very funny Instagram comedians, and then fucking the legendary Dave. It's just like y'all buy a ticket to go see fucking, you know what I'm saying, Beat King, DJ Chose, Erica Banks, and motherfucking Drake comes out. You know what I'm saying? Or Wayne come out. You know what I mean? Like, what the? Shit, I ain't even expecting this. You know what I mean? So like that shit was live as fuck. But I kind of figured he had somebody big, because when I got to the show, they made everybody lock their phones up. I'm like,
Yep. You already know.
Wayne locking my phone up for Easy Banks. No disrespect.
I'm like,
Desi Banks.
So two people I know do this.
Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, here I go. Yeah. So I got two phones. So I'm like, here y'all go. Y'all can lock my phone up. Second phone. There you go. Yeah, lock that phone up. Yeah, lock that phone. I don't give a fuck about it. Walk right in. Took my other phone out. We got me fucked up. But you know, I didn't take no footage or no shit like that. I did get one little picture at the end when everybody else taking pictures, but that was it. But shout out to Trey. He doing a lot for the city. But don't trip, because you know,
he definitely is.
There's a lot of other people doing you know, stuff for the city too. So shout out to everybody that's doing anything for you know, Houston or your city, period, wherever you from.
Yeah, that's dope. I got to bring up this tweet, and then we could get off the whole, you know, 97.9 stuff. But you tweeted earlier, man, and made me raise an eyebrow. You said, let's discuss how 97.9 The Bots banned Trey but still play Sauce. And then you said, never mind, y'all ain't ready for that convo. I'm ready for that
I kind of alluded to it earlier when I was talking about it, but I mean, it's like,
I was gonna say he was hinting at that, but
so you know, just like I said, I didn't want to say too much because I got people work over there, but it's just like, not saying ban my dog Sauce, but it's like, come on, bro. It's just like if you in school, right, and you get into a fight and only one of y'all gets suspended, like.
Yeah,
we both was fighting. How I get sent home? And this,
we both was part of the problem.
No, it's more like one person got expelled, and the other one gets to go back the next day. So that's just wild, man.
I think exactly.
I understand egos. I understand things get in the way, but really, after all this, like y'all said, especially after he went up there and got that Billboard award the same night Drake won. and he's talking about how, you know, he thought it was over for him in Houston after he got banned. Like after that, like I feel like they could have definitely let bygones be bygones at that point, man. But if it's never gonna end at this point if they didn't end after that. But
man, and the powers that be know how I feel, because the powers that be got me blocked on Instagram. So you know, so that just tells me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I see
too much truth.
I seen that person tagged into something that I was also tagged in on Instagram, and when I went to click their name, it said user not found. You know, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, anytime I see that, first thing I do is click that menu button, go to the Chopstars profile or the OG Ron C's profile. You
see if you can see it.
or you know what I'm saying, 92 Kel's profile, KELZ, excuse me, and go back and like, oh, I'm blocked.
I'll be doing the same thing with the podcast profile too. I'm like, wait a minute.
So they know how I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always glad to know when I go and click on somebody's shit and I'm blocked, then that means they know how the fuck I feel about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always funny when it happens with somebody you don't remember ever talking to, too.
Oh yeah, no, you know that should be crazy because like you'll go viral on some shit. Like I remember I said some shit and it was very insensitive because I should have thought more before I just opened my fucking mouth. And you know what I said was very insensitive, and I was like, you know, I don't understand how rape victims wait so late to say stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
And
that'll get you out of there.
Because, but I gotta go on. I was like, you know, I was sexually assaulted. You know what I'm saying, by somebody, a female that was 10 years older than me, and I spoke on it, you know, kind of early, and I was like, you know, it's just about, you know, doing what's right. I felt like, you know, if I as a child said something about it, you as a grown person should say something about it. And then they got on my ass. They drug the shit out of me. They opened my eyes to some shit that I didn't think about, and I was like, okay, I get it. I understand now. That was fucking dumb of me. Just because I was brave enough to do it doesn't mean that they're brave enough, you know what I'm saying, to do it. Or they might be afraid or scared to death or think that if they're going to speak out that the person who did it going to murder them or something like that. So I understand that. Just like I said at the time, I wasn't fucking thinking, you know. So it's a lot of times I ask people just stop and think, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Herb Edwards would say, don't press send. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And yeah, I feel the same. I feel like if you got to think about if whatever you say might offend people, just don't even say it, man.
Sometimes I know it's gonna offend people and I don't care, but you know, with that, I definitely do care because you know, I was a victim. I have, you know, some very, 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 very close family members who were victims as well. So I definitely was a dumbass for that one.
No, I mean, that's big of you to at least have a discussion with people because some people just say something ignorant and then say, I said,
oh, fuck it. Whatever I said.
I'll be real. I fuck with Lil Kiki. We had Lil Kiki on the podcast before, man. Lil Kiki just say some shit and be like, hey, I said what I said. R. Kelly, he used to say some crazy shit about R. Kelly when that whole thing was going down. He said all the wanted it.
Killer
I said what I said. Killer Callion too. Yeah, no, Killer Callion's the one. That's right. Not Lil Kiki, my bad. It wasn't Lil Kiki. It was Killer Callion who was going crazy on R. Kelly shit. I'm like, dog, you need to chill a little bit, man.
Right. Just read the room, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes, and, you know, we bad at that. We bad at reading the room,
man. But it is what it is, man. We don't want to hold you too long, dog. We know you're a very busy man. You got things to do.
I had 2 hours blocked out for y'all, but you know, if y'all trying to kick me
out, hey, if you can keep going,
I'm down.
We can too, man. Now, if you can keep going, we can keep going, man.
Definitely. I didn't know how much time y'all had, so I just went ahead and blocked out 2 hours on the way.
Shoot, we appreciate this, man. You're a legend, man. So we got to talk to you, man.
Yeah.
OG run the Chopstars. This is the legend right here, right there. The Chopstars. That's the legend right there. So what you about to ask me, though,
brother? So you put everybody on game about how to keep relationships with DJs and all that and stuff. So how would you go about, because there's a lot of up and coming DJs in the game as well. I've noticed a lot of people who may have did some shit on a virtual DJ or whatever DAW program.
I'm a DJ.
They bootlegged off the torrents and got for free. And they say they're a DJ. They got 2 laptops or whatever, and they say, I want to join the Chopstars. What would you say to that person? And how do you suggest somebody really break into the DJ game if they're really serious about it?
Yeah, first of all, if you come to us talking about you got two laptops, first of all, you better be a dog on 2 laptops. You better make them 2 laptops sound like they turntables. If not, we ain't fooling with you. We want DJs, you know what I'm saying? Disc jockeys, turntablists. And as far as being a DJ, man, like I say, like really study the craft. There's too many people, you know, we got a term called PJs and CJs. You know what I'm saying? Which is push button DJs, you know what I'm saying, or computer DJs, because they use computer programs to DJ. They don't know how to scratch and mix and blend and stuff like that. And it's like, then why are you DJing? Like, you just doing it for the look. I mean, we probably all seen the video, of Paris Hilton DJing.
Yeah.
And then when they show it, she's not doing nothing. It's a dude pressing the buttons and moving the mixer for her. Like, it's like, you know, like that's disrespectful to people that are actually doing the craft. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell them to actually go and study the craft. Go and, you know, learn about scratches, the crab scratches and stuff like that. Go and, you know, watch some DJ documentaries. Go watch fucking Qbert shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and learn about it. Go watch DJ Jazz and Jeff set. You know what I'm saying? Go watch him do his routine. You know what I'm saying? And not saying you got to do that shit, but like learn so you'll know. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you know about how that is and to do that, the more in tune you get into your crowd, especially if you want to be a club DJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to know your crowd. You be looking up. It's too many times I be in a fucking club and I see the DJs like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Nigga, you gonna look at your crowd to see what the fuck crowd doing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How you feel about that is how I feel about rappers now, man, because you got newer rappers who kind of shit on the 90s rappers and, you know, older rappers. And it's like, oh, I don't really
that's a two-edged sword though.
Yeah, it's like, man,
because you got a lot of them old niggas that, you know, when them niggas be coming up, they hate on the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard the greatest. I even at one point in time that nigga Snoop made fun of the Migos. Talking about he didn't want to do this on the Migos. He was talking about but you can't deny the Migos. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely understand it, but at the same time, you still gotta learn your history, even if your history don't. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with you.
Because like with us, I didn't grow up in the 60s or 70s, man. Oh shit. Okay.
The s'mores Oreos. All right.
Shout out to Exotic Pop. Shout out to Exotic Pop, by the way.
Oh yeah. Friend of the show too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I wasn't born in the 70s, but I still go back and listen to that shit, man. And it's always good, even though I might not like everything back then. And I'm damn sure they probably don't like my music or nothing, but I just go back and just learn the history, and that kind of helped. That used to help me as an artist. I used to figure out what to sample from then and all that. So it's always good to just go back and just listen to what was going on back then instead of just, you know, not even paying attention to it.
And a lot of people don't know that, you know what I mean? And that be the disconnect, because some of them don't do their due diligence and know the history about it.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of people don't even know, hey, this song was a sample from an Al Green song or something like that.
Don't even fucking know it, bro.
Yeah. Or it could be a 50 Cent song. It's like, damn, you ain't know he actually sampled that from somebody else, right? This is not a 50 Cent original sample.
Too many times.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times I've heard that from other DJs. I'm like, you ain't know that? No, I ain't know.
Yep.
See, because you only play nothing but this new shit. You don't DJ no, you know what I'm saying? You ain't DJ no fucking wedding for nobody that's 40. You know what I'm saying? And they mama and them want to hear that old school shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's honestly, I think that's a lot of what's missing, I think. And I don't want to get on the old man soapbox talking about, oh, these new rappers today. But I do feel the soul is missing because, like you mentioned, Snoop Dogg grew up listening to funk music. So, of course, his rapping going to have a funk feel to it. And today, most rappers are influenced by somebody like a Lil Wayne, but they ain't going to look at the people that influence Lil Wayne. They just gonna look at Wayne. Like, how many rappers we got sound like Wayne now? You know, how many rappers we got sound like Young Thug now? Gucci. Like, they're taking that, but they're not taking the inspiration that made them what they are today. So you're really kind of coming off as a cheap copy or whatever. But they don't go back and listen to the soul music. It don't got to be all rap too, man. There's a lot of early rap and them 70s R&B music too that people were inspired by. So I think that's one of the main things that the game's missing right now, that feeling of soul that inspired a lot of the rappers that we know and love. But it is what it is, man. I don't know if you can do anything about it.
But I say this too, that I feel like rappers in a happier place, kind of, sort of. It's at a druggier fucking place. It's at a happier place too, because we do have a lot of songs that are, more about partying, having a good time. Not saying we didn't have those songs back in the day, you hear me? But it's a lot more now than back then. Because you gotta think about some of the rap hits. Motherfuckers be talking about some shit going on in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Cell therapy. What they talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's fucking one of our legendary hits. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are they talking about on their biggest hit? You know what I'm saying? It's always some trauma, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of our hit songs back then. So I get what some of you, because they be like, man, I don't want to hear that shit because some of that shit depressing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they'll fuck around, turn around, make a depressing ass song they goddamn self. Like, bro, make it make sense.
Yeah. We had a recent long discussion with one of our mutually known people who said something controversial. He said that Chamillionaire was better than Scarface. And I fuck with both of them. I fuck with Chamillionaire a lot. I was one of Chamillionaire's biggest fans when he came out. But I still think that's very disrespectful to say somebody like Scarface, man. That was just me personally. I'm like, nah, you got to respect what Scarface did in this game. Yeah. You can't be saying shit like that.
And that's the thing. And then, too.
Wait a minute. I feel like Hollygrove got a controversial.
Go ahead. No, go to two. Go to two first. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this guy also brought up that, he was talking about the actual the technical rap and, was better than Scarface. Which I can, but yeah, you could agree with that, but I just think Scarface put in years, man. It just, to me, by default, I would probably say, you can't say that.
You put it on the head. See, I would say that. I've heard this. Other people say this as well. Is that maybe if Chamillionaire had a longer career, more albums, then you could probably say that. But it's just like the body of work. Fucking their faces, just like you gotta look at Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes came in, this motherfucker doing this goddamn thing. That's what Chamillionaire did, because he came, this motherfucker doing this goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? That first album, they had hit after hit on that hook. You know what I'm saying? But Tom Brady still that nigga, still And what happened when they played? You know what I'm saying? When they went to head to head. Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, did better than him. So it's kind of the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Just imagine Patrick Mahomes retired now. Like, are you going to say he was better than Tom Brady and just ignore the 20 plus years Tom Brady been playing and winning?
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, he's great. You know what I'm saying? And I would probably say, as far as, because both of them are what we would call true hip hop rappers. Chamillionaire is a fast hip hop rapper, kind of like, you put him in the same boat with Twister and Crazy Bone and things of that nature. But, you can understand what he says as well. You know what I'm saying? And his metaphor play is fucking uncanny. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit I heard. We all heard that mixtape Messiah. Yeah. We all heard that motherfucking mixtape Messiah Part 1. That shit is.
Yeah.
That fucking, when that tape came out, 2005, 4? That shit still jam to this day. Matter of fact, nigga, I'm going to listen to that shit when I fucking finish. You hear me? Before I got to do another mixtape, I'm about to go listen to that tape to get some inspiration. And that's what something I do too. I go listen to old mixtapes from OG and Watts and, other DJs, Drama and shit like that. Like, get a little motivation. When I'm feeling like I don't want to do this shit off. I'm like, if I feel like sometimes like I haven't done a mixtape, worked on anybody's mixtape in like maybe it's about a month since I've done a mixtape because shit I've been on the road and shit. So now I'm about to get back into finish doing these mixtapes, and it's just like it's different. That's because I've been so far removed from it. You know what I'm saying? But Chameleon did this motherfucking thing, but I can't say that he's better than Scarface.
Yeah. And I know music is a opinion based thing, but just factual, man. Like I would say saying that is I think it's a fact that Scarface is.
And I mean that shit. And I mean that shit. Boo. Oh, I'm about to go listen to that though. I'm going to listen to that as soon as I finish.
Yeah. And do you feel like, and I see, like I said, I'm not from Houston, so I ain't really get the full Chameleon there effect.
And like I get it, just like some, like I wasn't here when Fat Pat and them was alive, so I didn't really get to see how the city like embraced Fat Pat and all them. I was here for Hawk, you know what I'm saying? And then when Hawk untimely got killed, so I see how the city loved him. I met Big Mo, I met Pimp C, so I see how they loved him and everything. So I get what you're saying, you really get to see how the city, because when that motherfucking Chameleon went, they was hardly fucking with Chameleon in the city already. You know what I'm saying? But when he like this, they was really fucking with him. You hear me?
Yeah. And I told this guy this, man, Scarface is probably in everyone's top 5. You go to the West Coast, he's probably in the top 5, top 10.
Top 10, not my top 5.
Top 10. Yeah, top 10. Top 10. You could go anywhere in this country and they got Face top 10, no doubt.
Right. I just think
Chameleonaire's run is just too
East
short.
Coast, the East Coast, there's a lot of people who probably wouldn't put him in the top 10, but I say universally, he's definitely in everybody's top 15. For shit show, everybody's top 20. East Coast is biased as hell, so he might not make their top.
Now you do have like a Benny Siegel who got him top 10. I was watching Drink Champs of the interview, and a lot of people had pretty much had him in this top 10, in their top 10. But yeah, I do agree. New York is very biased.
Hey, yo, son, no, I can't get jiggy with that down south shit. B, yo, it's mad. It's mad bumpers, B.
I realized that once I moved here because, I grew up in New York music pretty much. And once I moved down here, I realized how much people down here really didn't care for that type of music. Like I was into the French Montanas. I was heavy into the New York shit. And got down here, it's like, man, it's his own coast down here.
Yeah, that boom bap, you hear me? Like, even though that's the the foundation of hip hop, like that's not for everybody,
Yeah,
There's places
it's a whole different style down here.
It's just like I'll give you an example. Like when you go to a club here in Houston, you can play bounce music for maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15. But you damn sure can't play that shit no 20 minutes, no 30 minutes. You can't do nothing like you do in New Orleans. In New Orleans, the music in the club is 95% bounce music, 5% other. You might get an R&B, yes. And it could because number one, if it's an R&B song that's hot, it's hard to get bounced out. If it's a song that's hot, that can be sped up, you know what I'm saying? Because some songs you can't bounce. You know what I'm saying? You can, but it's like you have to speed up it too much, or you have to slow down the fucking bounce beat. It's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? But for most majority, you know what I'm saying, it's what you can do, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's just weird. It's just
I'm glad you brought that up though, because that's something I wanted to ask you too, because I was talking to this girl. I remember after Katrina happened, she worked at Best Buy. We was chopping up a little bit, talking together. And I was trying to put her on a Houston music. Like I made her a whole mixtape and everything. It had, everybody who was hot. It had Paul Wall, Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, Trey, Zero, everybody that was hot, and she wasn't fucking with it. But she made me a mixtape that was like you said, all bounce music, a lot of
and you was like
Hot Boys and stuff too. No, actually, I couldn't fuck with it here at the time.
You couldn't fuck with it.
I really couldn't, dog. I was like, man, I just want to hear like chopped and screw music. I want to hear that Texas flow. I don't want to hear like, you know, this bounce beat on every song. So why do you think the sounds of New Orleans and Houston are so different? You know, being as how close Texas and Louisiana
they
are.
like sisters.
Like
I'm gonna say a few words. I can say one word or two words depending on one word. Juneteenth.
Okay. Expound.
The rate of how shit slows down from New Orleans going west is just crazy, because if you look at Baton Rouge, you know, is high pace, you know what I'm saying, kind of a high pace city, you know what I'm saying, even without the music. When you go to Lafayette, it's a little bit more laid back. You go to Lake Charles, they're real laid back. Beaumont, laid back. So as you start going this way, it should start getting a little bit more lax. So I look at it the same way as with Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Shit got to y'all slow. Y'all take everything slow. Houston, like, it's a real laid back, chill city. So, you know, y'all, I mean, you gotta think about it, you know, up until you gotta think about the clubs back in the G. You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, y'all can play, you can play screw in the club and motherfuckers is gonna be like, man, hold up, baby, man. You can't do that in New Orleans. You can't go too slow in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, the music and the culture has a big part to play with it. Like I said, you know, y'all been listening to slow down music for, you know, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? We've been listening to bounce music for 30 years, 35 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just enriching the culture. And then, you know, we're the birthplace of jazz too. You know what I'm saying? Jazz wasn't it wasn't no slow shit. You know what I'm saying? Jazz is always some upbeat, up-tempo shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I guess, you know, just having that upbeat, that up-tempo, and, you know, New Orleans was known for, you know, even back in the day for, you know, the prostitution and the shit like that. You know, it was a city you came, got your vices off, you know what I'm saying? And you got the fuck. So, you know, I think that fast pace of life in New Orleans, like, always resonate with everything we do, you know, especially with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the niggas that invented bounce music off of those damn New York beats, I thank them. For real.
I never heard it put like that before, man. So Houston likes slow music because we were slaves for longer, and it took longer for the news of the Emancipation Proclamation.
That's not what I said. I said as you go west, everything gets slower and more laid back. Because if you think about it, like, just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about what's further west than Texas. You know what I'm saying? New Mexico. Have you ever been to Albuquerque? Have you ever been to El Paso? That shit is laid back as the fuck. So everything that goes west gets more and more laid back till you get to fucking California, even LA. Well, not LA, but even, you know, like when you get in Banning and Palm Springs and all that shit's still laid back. That shit not no, you know what I'm saying? Up in the city, besides fucking Vegas, all that shit is laid back as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, that's what I meant by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything always was lax. You stop that, sir. I'm on an interview and you being rude while I'm on an interview. Kid, he's yelling out stuff. I don't know what's wrong with my son. You hear me? 3:15 after school. So I be telling them. We tell them 3:15 after school. Get them ready just in case a bullet try to get them.
I don't know about the 3:15 after school.
I tell them anytime a bullet tell you that, I said, just be waiting at the bus stop early. No, I ain't deal with it. We ain't got time. If you come hit you, just handle your business. Don't run. Just tell them that I ain't fooling with you. If you come hit you. You gotta handle your business. But nah, you know, like, you know, everything is laid back, you know, and it's always been like that, you know, in the South, period. You know, besides like, you know, it's certain cities in the South that are kind of fast-paced cities, but for the most part, the South as a whole is laid back as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Besides, like, you know, even Atlanta, as busy as Atlanta is, Atlanta's still kind of a slow, a laid back city. Even if it's a fast, you know what I'm saying? They still laid back as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Besides, like, you know, like Miami and fucking New Orleans, like, fast. Everything else, when you look at it, is laid back.
Yeah, I forgot. Miami is fast. Even you listen to their music. Music is kind of similar to kind of close to New Orleans a little bit.
You know, you know, like I said, I kind of attribute it to, like I said, the fast pace, you know, the fast pace of everything that they do out there. Then, like, you know, the Caribbean music, you know, the Latino music, they're influencing it as well. So that's kind of my take on it. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I started doing, like, you know, the Screw Orleans mixtapes, where I take, you know, a lot of the old New Orleans songs, you know, older New Orleans songs, and chop them up, and then at the end I do a bounce mix, and I always play some bounce shit.
Okay.
Chopped it up. So I think
that's dope, man.
I'm on 6 volumes of it. I put them out like every other year, a year, something like that. I might, and I used to, man. One person was like, man, you need to put them out more often. And so I was like, nah, you're doing the right thing, because you make motherfuckers miss that up. Cause motherfuckers show up, like, man, what's up when you put out that Screw on it, dog? Oh damn, you got me listening to 1 through 6, bro. Whoa.
You gotta make some shit scarce sometimes, man.
Bro, niggas in that message, bro, I'm crying, laughing like, this nigga is funny as hell. I'm just saying, bro, I need a new shit. God damn, they got some new older. He said what the nigga said. He said they got some new, older New Orleans shit you can chop. I was like, this nigga is crazy as hell, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then well, shit, fuck it. I can say it because, you know, I'm on y'all podcast. I can give y'all some news. You know, y'all be the first outlet, the first, you know, people that I told about this. I had did a tribute mixtape to my boy Young Greatness, who, you know, was unfortunately killed a couple years back. I did a tribute mixtape, chopped up, you know, all his songs. Had some unreleased songs as well. And I have it up on live mixtapes right now and on our app, the Chop Not Stop app, but I'm actually gonna be putting that up on the DSPs. And I'm scheduled to release on September 19th, which is his birthday. You know what I'm saying? My dog would have been 37. You dig? So yeah, I'm happy about that. And, you know, I'm not taking no money. You know what I'm saying? You know, my people was like, yeah, so what you took, like 30%? I was like, I didn't take nothing. I want all that to go to his mama, you know what I'm saying, and his kids. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man.
That's really dope, man. I'm sure they all appreciate that. I'm sure he would appreciate that as well. So that's fire, man. That's dope of you to do that.
Yeah, that's my dog, yeah, man. It's just like, you know, it's just sad that, you know, he was taken from us. He had a lot more music that was coming out. It's like he had a song that actually dropped, like, ironically, the day that he died, or the next day after, called No Love, What a Do That Magnolia Chop. And it's just like, it's eerie to hear the song, because in the hook they said streets ain't got no fucking love, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's just hearing those lyrics, it's just hearing that shit, it's like, damn, man, it's crazy, because you rapping about how the streets ain't got no love, and the streets really ain't had no love and killed, you know, took you out on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Some little young niggas being, you know, quick, trying to get a quick buck, not thinking, trying to rob somebody, rob a nigga that was from the streets. They wasn't gonna get that shit up that quick. Shot and killed that man. Fortunate. But yeah, I'm doing this for him, so.
No, it really is, man. And that made me think, because we have talked about this before on the podcast as well. Sometimes, you know, a lot of people, they say, well, being a rapper is the most dangerous job in America. And sometimes I kind of roll my eyes, because I'm like, okay, I mean, the streets should have always been violent. That's always been consistent. in America, regardless of rap or not. So if you in the streets, things happen sometimes, unfortunately. But it does feel like it's gotten worse, man. You have so many artists, people like Chucky Chill recently, of course, Mo3 in Dallas. It seems to be like, what is your take on that? Do you think like it's gotten worse, or do you think it's just what it's always been?
So before I speak on that, it's crazy that you said those two names, Chucky Chill and Mo3. So today, as we taping this, is National Radio Day. When I posted I posted like 10 pictures from, me working at the station or with other radio personalities. And the first two pictures is Mo3. Second picture is Chucky Trill. When we interviewed them on the Chop Now Slap show. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to both them brothers. But I agree, because it's like this. You have an influx of access with social media. You know what I'm saying? You got the rappers that get on there, get on their social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby, just got this motherfucking goddamn chain on that whole year. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Man, got that money, you know what I'm saying? So, you're doing all this on social media, you kind of make yourself a target. Just like what's your guy name? The guy killed in California? Just from New York. Hot Smoke. Just like him. You're on the live, your address got put out there because you're on live and you mistakenly show what, you know what I'm saying,
where you at?
He got somebody, I forgot who it was, somebody sent him like a gift package or whatever, and you're on the live and you show your address, you know what I'm saying? So now people know where you at, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that happened to him, and I know he didn't purposely do that, but you got to be careful, because you make yourself a target. You got people that are jealous, not so much of, of course you're gonna have people that are jealous of you, but then you also gonna have people that just want what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not nothing personal against you. It's just like shit. You just happen to be that person in a vicinity. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I look at it this way, and I don't know the particulars of his case or nothing. It's like, who knows? Them dudes could have been in that neighborhood before, and like, man, oh shit. So, man, look at that address. Hey, fool, remember we hit that lick and such. Man, that's right there. Man, shit, ain't no police out there like that. Blah, 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 blah. Shit, we can pull up, run up, blah, 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 blah. We gone. I used to, man, like, it's just it's shit the nigga used to do, you hear me, I've witnessed back in New Orleans, you hear me, and I know how shit go. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga think they gonna get could hit a quick lick, they gonna hit a quick lick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that, like I said, he was, tragically shot because, somebody was trying to get a quick lick. And that's usually how, it's always that. It's either beef or a quick lick. Beef or robbery. It's always the two. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, more often we hear about rappers dying from getting shot or overdosing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mental health is I'm glad that, we finally come to the space where we can talk a little bit more about mental health as, young black people or black people period, because, shit, 20 years ago, you couldn't tell your grandma, hey grandma, I think I have some mental health concerns and I need to. Grandma look at you like you crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying?
You can't even say you sad.
Mental health.
I'm depressed.
You can't. What you depressed?
You got a
about?
roof over your head. What do you mean you depressed?
Sad. Yeah. You better go lay down, take your nap.
Sad your ass over there.
Sad is, and I get it, because
that's how they grew up.
You're right, and not only that, it's not even about how they grew up. It's like you got to think about some of the shit they lived through. Anybody like I'm 37 now. Both of my grandmothers are no longer with me. One of my grandfathers no longer with us. My other grandfather just turned 92 a couple weeks ago. We're in 2021. I'm bad at math. We go back 92 years. What's that? 2013? Somewhere around there.
92?
Yeah, go back 92 years. What's that?
19 something? 19.
What I said, 1913, something like that. Anyway, so just think about the race relations at that time. You know what I'm saying? Just think about how black folks were treated, you know what I'm saying, in the early 1900s.
True, it was still a little bit of slavery during that time.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's you got to think about what they went through. You know, they were dealing with lynchings and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
still picking cotton.
I get what they say when it comes to that, because of course, you know, and then shit, mental health as a whole, as a nation, we weren't even up there yet. You know what I'm saying? White folks didn't even have that type of shit that they can go talk to somebody like that yet. You know what I'm saying? So that probably was for rich people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, psychiatrist, oh, you must be rich. You know what I'm saying? You probably look like for real, you know. So I kind of get it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm just glad that we're in a place where we know this now and we can actually, you know, go and talk to somebody that's readily available. And, you know, more and more people are going to school for this type of thing. So it makes it a little bit more affordable because, you know, the more, if it's only a few things, you can charge like a motherfucker. You remember when it's many, you got more options. So shit, you got to lower your prices. And if you got to think about, you know, I saw an article about this not too long ago, the average price for like, you know, psychiatrists and shit like that 20, 30 years ago compared to now is like motherfuckers was rich as fuck off that shit years ago. Now they're like making what, you know, a regular RN would make, you know what I'm saying, which is still a decent salary, but it's nowhere what they was making 20 years ago because more and more people going to that. I mean, it's a little bit bad for their pockets, but shit is good for the world. You know what I'm saying? Shit, all heroes don't wear capes, and usually the people that are saving the world and saving their lives don't make a lot of money anyway.
Very well said, man. Very well said. Yeah, I'm glad we're ending that stigma too, because you know it's gone too long, and I think a lot of people are traumatized in ways they don't even realize yet, man. It could be something you saw as a kid that you don't even really clearly remember, but it just changed something in you. And people got it in that stigma thinking you weak for talking about shit that happened in your past, because people, I mean, that still affects people to this day, man. So
and stop telling the boys, you know what I'm saying? It's not okay to cry, man. What the fuck you mean? It's not okay to express your emotion, man. If he gotta cry, let him cry. But if he crying about some bullshit, you let him know not to cry about nothing. Like, hey, listen, why are you crying about that? There's nothing for you to cry about, bro. You need to cry about something that's really serious. Like, you're not crying about. You gotta let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like, educate your kids. It's too often that we leave the teachers, you hear me, to fucking educate our kids.
Yeah.
You gotta do that shit on your own too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
gotta
true.
learn, man. You gotta fucking learn.
Yeah. By the way, I think a lot of people feel what is that? That's super fancy, dog. What is that?
This is an automatic. Right now it's grinding up my stuff.
Oh, it's a weed grinder. Okay.
What's that? What's
Elon Musk? What kind of Elon Musk technology?
It's crazy because it has a little thing at the bottom, and it actually will stuff the cone for you, but it's for king size cones, and I don't really fuck with king size cones. I use the 1 1/4 size, so I still use to let it break my shit down though. But yeah,
that looked like what Iron Man used to break his shit down. That looks super.
Facts,
man. Damn.
Facts. Yeah, man. I had to get one of these, man. But yeah, man, it's, you know, but I could go on about that forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Talking about, you know, it's just like, you know, I used to have a problem with, you know, when like I used to get mad at people when something comes up and it's one of those common sense type things. Like, the fuck? Like, how the fuck you don't know that you don't fucking put bleach in color clothes? Like, you don't fucking know that? And I think about, wait, I gotta have common sense because everybody doesn't have that common sense. And then who's to say if she never washed clothes before? What if, you know, her mama always washed her clothes for her? She doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? I used to get mad at shit like that, and now I understand that everybody wasn't raised the same way. But I like to think my mom raised me pretty well, and she used to pop me about, like, what the hell? That's common sense. Like, what are you doing? Like, think, use your head. Wow, okay.
Yeah. That's all good. All right, DJ Hollygrove. Like we could go on forever and ever, to be honest, dog.
Yeah.
Like great conversation,
yeah,
man.
I want to get you out on this though, man. You a sports guy, you a football guy, man. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but you a New Orleans Saints fan, right?
Hold on 1 second, sir. I'll let you know who I'm a fan of. Just give me 1 second.
Paraphernalia.
He about to get a Cowboy something.
Okay, so I'm gonna hear some shit from people. I don't care if you know me, you know. So this is my favorite team forever and a day.
Oh, the 49ers. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You did grow up in the Bay at 1.2, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you know, the Saints had drafted this little rookie, this dude, you know what I mean, who was very, very good. He played running back for UT, and then I started fucking with them. You know what I mean? So I'm a Saints and a Niners fan, and it's crazy because when I became a Saints fan, they were still kind of poo, and the Niners was still good. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have to worry about that, and they weren't really playing that each other that much because they had just started the NFC South or whatever. The Saints was in the West prior, and like I said, the Saints were still kind of trash. So I was like, okay, I can root for the Saints, but when they play the Niners, whatever. But then when the Niners got poo and the Saints got good, it was like, okay, well, all right, cool. Root for the Saints too. Of course, like you and like I was so crazy. I hear people say, "Oh, you're a bandwagon fan." I'm like, nah, bro. You better go check them tweet. Like when the Niners went to the Super Bowl, when Colin, and then when they went again with porn stash Jimmy. It was like, oh, you're a bandwagon. I'm like, you better go check some tweets. I'm like, you go put in DJ Hollygrove 49ers. You see from 09, 2010, 2012, Niners and Saints. Bipolar tweets, everything. I'll be like, man, oh man, I don't know what the hell the Saints doing. Good job, Niners. Yeah, let's go here. I'll be tripping. So those are my teams forever and a day. I don't care. When they play, like I said, I praise one and shun the other, and then turn around and praise that one and then shun the other. So it'll be going back and forth.
So who y'all starting quarterback for New Orleans, man? Is it Taysom Hill?
Man, that's what they said it's gonna be. But I mean, looking at the numbers at the camp, like they got similar numbers. Like every day the Times Picayune put out the other day they put out day 17, and they just have to break down the total number from everything. And I mean the numbers are almost similar. Like me personally, I'm like, why wouldn't you give the former Heisman Trophy, you know what I'm saying, the former NCAA champ, the former, he had the most yards. Yeah, he had the most interceptions, but he had the most yards, you know what I'm saying, like most touchdowns or whatever he had. Like, give him another chance. You know that his eyes was a problem. He went and got LASIK, you know what I'm saying? Give him a chance. Like, I understand that Taysom is your illegitimate son. You know what I'm saying? Really think I really think that's his illegitimate son or something like that. Or he married Sean Payton's daughter or something. I don't want to say nothing. But it's like, man, it's like give Jameis a chance. And if it don't work out, like you have him on a minimum deal any fucking way.
Yeah.
So why don't you give him a chance? You got Taysom on this long ass fucking deal. You know what I mean? 4 year, 5 year deal, whatever it is they gave him. 4 year, 5 years, $276 million. It's like 190 or something like that.
And can Taysom be a full-time NFL quarterback though? Because he come in once in a while. I don't know if he can just last for 4 quarters for a whole season like that.
I mean, you got to look at what he did, you know what I'm saying, when Drew was out. He put up decent fucking numbers.
That was a couple games though, man. That wasn't 17 games.
He wasn't losing them games either though. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to it's like this. It's kind of hard to say, okay, I can't go with this dude when when I put him in, he did what the hell he had to do. He didn't lose no games. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't terrible in the games, but he wasn't fucking elite, but he wasn't terrible either. So it's like, shit, what am I going to do?
Yeah, that sounds like Tim Tebow to me, man. Tim Tebow was the same way.
Hey, but
you got Jameis Winston, man.
Hey, brother, Tim Tebow won a playoff game too.
He did.
Yeah, it beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get that chance again for some reason.
Couldn't be tight end, but hey, should have no quarterback. I think Jameis should get a chance too, man. People got to stop hating just because he looks goofy in training camp, running the shit.
He sat behind Drew Brees, man. Yes. He under one of the best coaches in history. So I think he'll be all right, man.
Yeah, I think they need to go ahead and just stop playing. Just go ahead and name him the starter. I mean, we got one more playoff game coming up this weekend, as we, tape this right now. So, hopefully as y'all listen to this, y'all be like, man, Hollygrove was right. You know what I'm saying? But that boy James said he did his thing. I mean, you got to look at the playoff game. The longest completion last year in the playoff game, when they took him out, I was like, why?
For one play, man. He had him in for one play. Like, keep him in there.
He had a 385-yard pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he threw it from here. He threw it from the West Bank of New Orleans across the river to the East Bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, long, bro, that pass was buku long. You know what I'm saying? It was the longest, and I believe it was the longest pass by any Saints quarterback the entire year.
Damn. That's say a lot because you got Drew Brees was playing.
Yeah, but he was on his last legs.
I mean, Drew all lives matter Brees.
Y'all better stand up for the flag.
I burnt his jersey too when that happened. I burnt his jersey. I tagged him in it. I sent it to every Saints player that I know that fuck with me. Some of them saw. I know that he saw it too because a certain. I'm not gonna speak on this incident because I'm not gonna. If I say this, I feel like I'm gonna be snitching. But a dude that I fuck with on the Saints, like he made sure Drew saw it. You hear me? He was like, "Man, this is what one of your most loyal fans is doing." So. If one of your most loyal fans who had your back through all the shit is doing this.
Like, dog, you need to apologize for this shit.
Because you go look, you could tell, boy, before that, you could tell, boy, what? Even the first time he said shit about this Neil shit, I was like, all right, Drew, all right, bro, that's not your, shut up, man. Shut your ass up, that ain't about you.
Double down on it.
He tripled. He
came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere with it too because nobody was talking about that. It was around the time where the George Floyd stuff happened, and
that's where they baited him. I ain't gonna lie, they baited him into the question.
Did they? Oh, okay.
They kind of baited him into the question, but at the same time, he could have just not answered. But he was like, "Oh, it's about my." But I think it's like the first time he said it, it was still kind of fresh, and a lot of NFL players were speaking up, about the shit that Colin Kaepernick was standing up for. But then, you have people like Malcolm Jenkins. He started the Players Coalition, and of course he's gonna say something about it. You got this man making a video, he crying because he like physically upset.
Oh,
when I send it's crazy because when I send a video to the Saints players, niggas is like shake my head. I know, bro. Like, damn, dog. Like, man, that shit crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my partners was like, damn, bro, like, that's really how you feel? I was like, yeah, this is how I feel. He was like, man, I ain't even mad.
Yeah.
Now, that's why he got out, man. He was like, look, I don't know how long these niggas gonna tackle for me for.
Yeah.
So,
that offensive line.
This is not my last season.
That offensive line is about to let niggas through.
Yeah. And this is like, and then like I tell people, of course, he's done a lot for the city of New Orleans, and I get that. I mean, but then, at the same time, it's hard to change somebody's upbringing. And, if you know anything about Texas high school football, you know about Drew Brees. He's a fucking legend here. He went to Austin Westlake. And if you know about Austin Westlake, they have a very, very, very fucked up saying. We're white, we're rich, we're Westlake.
Oh, damn.
No, okay. I ain't even trying to put no innuendo behind it, man. Just came out straight out and said it.
Damn.
So yeah, so like,
White
and people
rich.
like,
Wow, okay.
yeah, and like if you like if you Google, you know, like just like shit, or even talk to people that played high school football, ask them if they've ever played Westlake, black dudes, and then ask them about their experience with them. A lot of them tell you about, oh yeah, I've been called a nigga while I'm on the line, all type of shit.
Damn.
So, and I'm not saying Drew Brees is one of the people, you know what I'm saying, but again, he comes from an area that's, you know what I'm saying, known for doing that. So I can see him double down on some shit like that.
Yeah, I realized throughout all this stuff too, you ain't gonna change nobody mind how they feel about it. It kind of got to the point where I just, if you feel a certain way, just don't even say nothing, man. Just, just keep it moving. Don't try to stand on this hill and stuff. And a lot of people feel like, hey, we need to have this conversation so they can change. It's like they're a grown ass man. They stuck in their ways when it comes to shit like this. So if they feel a certain type of way about black folks, they not about to up and change after a conversation.
But you know what? I say this though. I'm gonna cut you off. I say this though. When it takes, they'll say, "Oh, well, what about me?" You know what I'm saying? The white folks that has a black friends, but they still on some racist shit. And they say, "Oh, you're different," and it takes for the motherfuckers that's different to fucking stop their ass and check their ass and tell them why they wrong and explain it to them. Like, that's just like saying like all white people are white trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying all white people are meth heads. You know what I'm saying? That shit not fucking true. It's black people who do meth. It's Mexican people who do meth. It's Chinese people who do meth. But it's those stereotypes. People gotta fucking get away from them fucking stereotypes, bro. The stereotypes is what keep a lot of fucking racism up. And yeah, even though black folks can't be racist, yeah, we can be prejudiced as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta call each other out on our bullshit.
100%, man. No, definitely. And that's the thing. It does take the person who is the quote unquote exception to come out and call that shit for what it is, man. But a lot of people are scared. I will say though, I do wish that was the biggest controversy with our quarterback, because I could live with that. I can't live with what's going on in Houston, Texas right now with our football team. And
I ain't touching
all I'm gonna say about that.
I ain't touching them. Hey, look.
Look, you ain't got to get into the details of nothing, but what's your overall thoughts on the Houston Texans from how they started? Because it was at one point they was up 24-0 against the Chiefs. The Chiefs ended up coming back and ended up winning the championship, the Super Bowl.
I feel like this,
and it just went downhill, man.
I just cut you off and just say this, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all threw away y'all Super Bowl. They threw away their Super Bowl chance when they traded away
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
So we want to agree that Andre Johnson has been the greatest player in Texas history up until maybe JJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? So like JJ Watt will probably be the next, but he's gone now, right? So okay, so then after JJ, who would you put next? D Hop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You actually probably say, because I'm not sure. I could be
either D Hop or Arian Foster.
I think D Hop had better numbers than I think he's had better. I gotta go back and look, but I think that's what my partner told me. I don't really follow, Texas. Like, I watch it, because a lot of times I'll be in the studio with OG Ron C. So, we'll watch the Texans game and watch the Saints game. We be talking shit, we have fantasy and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, he's been the best player, you know what I'm saying, offensively since fucking Aaron Foster. And really, I say since Andre, because he's been more productive than Aaron was for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you threw away your future because of some incidents that happened off the field. There's not even fucking not even him.
It wasn't even that. It seemed like they just wasn't getting along with the coach, or the coach didn't really care for his attitude.
I mean,
and they traded him for a 2nd round pick.
So I was told it was his attitude. I was told that it was the off-field antics with people around him, like somebody got pulled over and a car registered to him and they had some shit on him. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are just rumors. I'm not sure if they're exactly true, but it's like, if you hear those things are troubling. But again, if it wasn't him driving, like, I get it. You're trying to protect your player. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make sure that, he's not surrounding himself with knuckleheads and goons and shit like that. But again, if this is the nigga that's not getting in trouble, why the fuck you gonna trade him away? Because it's crazy. And then like, okay, so the coach to trade him away, where is he now?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the coach?
He gone within 4 games. Yeah,
he in college.
He was fired within 4 games.
He done stepped down.
Yeah, and this, I think the problem. I don't think people were super upset about him being traded. It was more of what they got for him. Like, you got back a washed up David Johnson in his contract and a 2nd round pick. This is like, damn, like DeAndre, how you would I could have swore up and down you would have got.
Who y'all got with that 2nd round pick?
Ross Blacklock, who barely played last year and wasn't that good. He might be good this year.
Looks good in preseason in that one game.
But if I could take this back, I would give up Ross Blacklock and whatever for DeAndre Hopkins again. Right now, it's not a good trade at all. You ain't getting no premier defensive player with that pick.
And D-Hop not just, he ain't put up the same numbers he did over here, but shit, he's fucking doing his thing. I mean, then he got Kyler Murray over there too, who I don't.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's cool, but I have my reservations about that young man.
Yeah, he ain't Deshaun Watson.
So speaking of that, look, since you tapped in, you ain't got to put no names on nothing. You ain't got to say it's your opinion, but I do want to know, like, have you heard anything? What is the vibe you're getting from people you talk with who may have, inside sources on what's going on with Deshaun Watson right now? Like, what's the vibe in general, man?
I mean, so I have some friends who knows one of the ladies, and it's crazy because it's like you hear one thing from one set of friends, something else from another set of friends. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the shit to come out with with the text message. It's like
it's tough.
Yeah, it don't. And then, like I said, with one of the particular ladies, when people that have been on her for for years and years say, "Oh, this right up her alley." And again, you don't want to take things like you don't want to take, sexual assault with a grain of salt. You don't want to do that because the ladies are victims. And if they are victims, then it's a fucked up situation that they were victimized and they're in that situation. But if it's a ploy for money, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
If it's not true, it's a problem.
That's what sucks about having so many, because like when there's one that's getting pointed out as suspicious, that's going to cast down on everybody. That's the thing about Bill Cosby too. Bill Cosby had the 60+ women come out, but then you look and you said, okay, some of these women had working relationships with him for a long time, even after, like, there were certain things, I'm not going to get into the details, but there were certain things that made you raise your eyebrows at some of them to say, hey, is this just a ploy for money or something? So that cast doubt on everything. And that's unfortunate because if there are,
I'll give you an example. R. Kelly's ex-wife. She didn't speak about none of this until she got the reality shows. Like, you talking about, I didn't want to do this for money, but you got paid to tell your story. And then like everything you go on, you tell your story. So how you it just look, it doesn't, and like I said, that, you know, a lot of people have their different doubts, you know, or their different views on R. Kelly because, you know, there's people from Chicago that know about certain things that everybody else don't know about. There's people that knew, you know, the girl in the video, and it's just like, you know, it's like you have the aunt Sparkle who's like, oh nah, fuck that, da, 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 da. But then you got the parents like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I just want to get guilty or innocent. I just want to get to the point where it's okay to play his music. Is that so wrong? I still got TP2.com chopped and screwed by Michael Watts. Can I put that back in the deck, man? I'm just sick of, like, I understand.
And then I always say this too, it's like, you know, we canceling him for doing that. Okay. So where's the outrage for Elvis?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the outrage for Wilder Valderrama? If y'all don't know who that is, he played Fez on that 70s show. He dated Mandy Moore, Demi Lovato, and what's the other girl name? Mandy Moore. What's the girl from she played in Freaky Friday?
You talking about I know you're talking about, but for some reason I can't remember her name either.
But he dated
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. He dated them when they were 16 to 17. Man, this nigga was 23 or 24 at the time. Where's the fucking outrage for that?
Paul Walker is one too. He had an underage girlfriend and nobody talked about it.
His fucking daughter's like best friend or some shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
Where's the outrage? And I mean, you know, may he rest in peace.
Furious ain't get canceled. We can still watch Fast and Furious all day. I ain't
rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, but at the same time, like, bro, let's call everybody out.
Yeah, that's my whole problem, man. Don't pick and choose who you want to cancel, and keep everybody else around that's doing shit. If we gonna cancel people, we gotta call out everybody. Don't give me this person need to be canceled.
And then also, I implore women to, you know, look at their situations and assess is it really sexual assault, because I know it's times that, you know, it's been called sheep on people. I'm not saying that it's happened all the time. I'm not saying that women are just out here lying on shit, but you know, it's been times where that woman know that she, you know, she gave consent, and for whatever reason it happened during, after, whatever, that something changed and she didn't want to do it. That's cool, but you got to tell that dude. And if you don't tell that dude, and if you telling him, like, if you're not saying stop, like, please stop, I don't want to do it anymore, then it's a problem, because a lot of dudes don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I want people to listen to what I'm saying, and I want them to understand what I'm saying. When you're at a point where you don't want to have it anymore, you have to verbalize to this guy that you want him to stop. You have to say, stop. I do not want this. Stop, please. I do not want this. Because if you don't say anything and then later on you say you didn't want it, but you didn't say anything, and then you call rape, you put that man in a bad situation because that man didn't know. I've had it happen to people before. I've had it happen. She said it. She told the officer that's the only reason why he got off. She said, I didn't want to do this, but I didn't tell him. And he said, I'm sorry, that's not rape, because you didn't tell him that you wanted him to stop.
Yeah, it just happened with Trevor Bauer, and I'm not defending Trevor Bauer because, you know, I don't get off on beating women and BDSM. I think that's just weird. But I mean, if they both into that and consent to that, then that means that don't mean it's illegal now that you regret it a while after. Like, if you consented in the moment, then that's what they won that in court. I'm not saying it wasn't just because of other reasons, but nah, if you consent to something in the moment, that's what I don't like. That you can regret having sex with somebody. We call it post-nut clarity, where you look to the person you just slept with next, and you're like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking? I was too drunk. I should not have smashed this girl. But you charge that to the game as a man.
Yeah.
Women go through that too. That don't make it right. That just means you chose wrong. You was horny, whatever. Like, like you said, I don't want to minimize women who actually go through that. But some of this shit's goofy. This shit happens as easy as R is goofy.
Because if a chick tells you no and you keep fucking her, you're a fucking pig. And then just like I've also, had told my homegirls, like I said, how y'all have to stop this sexy, flirty, and you really want it type stuff. Seriously, like I gotta stop that, because when it's a time where you really want it to be no, a nigga might confuse that as you just playing a little hard to get stuff like y'all like to do. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody done been in a bed with a chick, when you land next to her, you mess with her, and she be like, no, and then toot her ass up.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying.
What you doing?
Cat and mouse, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, so, and I hate to say that, but, it's the truth. Because, again, you're going to have a guy that's not going to be understand, you know what I'm saying? And it might be his fault. It might be, a learning disability. It might be a complex he has, you know what I'm saying? He might not be able to differentiate between the two. Yeah. Sad, but
very true. It's true. And now that we've all been canceled, and now this podcast is getting taken down, they just fired the Jeopardy host for his podcast comments.
So I seen that. I was like, I knew that was coming though. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
got up his ass.
Yeah. It was kind of weird how they just picked him out of everybody too. It was like
he's the executive producer.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had all these different celebrity hosts, and they made it like a big time celebrity who's gonna take over, and they just get the executive producer to do it. So I thought that was weird, first of all. And then that shit came out. I'm like, maybe it wasn't meant to be.
They just gave it to Reed Rainbow and called it a day.
LeVar Burton, Kunta Kinte himself.
Give it to Data. Yeah. Give it to Data and stop playing.
Get what's his name? Picard's old ass out there. Man. What's his name? Charles Xavier.
Wasn't that nigga name on fucking Star Trek Data? I think that was that nigga.
I know you're talking about. I forget his real name though, but I know you're talking.
Nah, let me see what this nigga name. No, Gordy. That was his name on there. Gordy LaFord.
Oh, Jordy.
Yeah, Jordy LaFord. Yep.
Yeah, that's his real name, and that was that was his Star Trek name. That's right. Mm-hmm. Data was the android. He was the white guy.
Yeah, he had the Cyclops. He had the Cyclops eye.
Yeah.
He was blind, so he had that to see. Yeah.
That nigga shoot fire out your eyes.
When I was a kid, I used to watch that shit. He never did nothing cool with that shit. I didn't like it because of that. I wasn't a fan of Star Trek because of that. I like Star Wars better.
Oh yeah, but that boy Cyclops though, he was out there fucking niggas up with that. Like, you just open your eyes. Like you a mean ass nigga, bro. If you open your eyes and you fuck some shit up, like what? What the fuck you say to me, bitch? Oh, fire! Fucking what you did. Now what you was saying, bitch?
Lift somebody up, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So if you could be a superhero and you have superhero powers, who would you be, or what powers would you have?
Wait, just one power, or multiple?
Yeah, just one.
Oh man, that's tough. I mean, that's tough, man, because the main ones people gonna think of are flights, which would be cool, but I feel like the government gonna hunt you down. They gonna cut you open.
Them bitches got them invisible jets. You hear me? They got the invisible jets we can't see.
Yes, they got drones that's gonna shoot your ass down. So invisible, probably that'll be a dope ass power to have, because you can go wherever you want. You know, if the times get tough, pull a jack move, ain't nobody else. Yeah. Break into a vault, steal $1 million. Nobody gonna know it was you. Super strength would be fire, but I mean, I don't know. That's tough, man. I got to think about that. I haven't thought about that question since I was a kid. I got to really think about that. What superpower would I want? I'm trending towards invisibility though, because that would be fire.
Me too. Me too.
That what you'll do? All right. I'll be honest. I probably want Wolverine powers. Where I can heal.
That's true.
Self-healing. Because I'll go around and I'll be rich. I'm saying I'll be rich. Because I'll tell somebody like Mike Tyson or something like, man, motherfucker, I bet you $5 million that you gonna punch the shit out of me. You hear me? And you will not knock me out. Somebody about to get a whooping. Nope. That's what happened when you disobey.
No, you got to happen when you disobey. You got to be invulnerable for that. You can't have Wolverine powers. Wolverine got his ass whooped. Wolverine got knocked the fuck out a few times and he got cut open. He just heals. You got to have like Superman invulnerability where nothing can hurt you. But I feel where you're coming from, man. That would be a firepower to have too, man. You really can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, but you got to think about it. Like you would have to make something where trust me, I think a way to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell niggas like, all right, okay, cool. You can't knock me out. Shoot me right here. Bow, right in the chest. Come on. Go ahead. Yes, I'm telling you, you're not gonna. Oh,
so you would.
No, I'm just playing. Give me the money. Money.
So you wouldn't even stop crying with your shit. You just be running around making bets.
I mean, I help people out. You
can stop hood violence. You could do all this stuff, man.
I would definitely do, some of that. Like Luke Cage, but I can't be broke. You hear me? I got to make some money some way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is like Shazam. He was down there. If y'all seen the movie Shazam, they was out there lifting shit up and shit. People was giving them money. Yeah. What's up? Give me some of that money. You know what I'm talking about? Give me some of that money. Put the money in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, man. I always think about that. Like that should be cool. I thought about invisibility as well, but I also thought about that. I don't never want people to think I'm a creep. You hear me? So I feel like if you have invisibility, females can always think so your superpower is what? You could be invisible at any time. Do you know where I live? I don't even put that in their head. Fuck that.
Run up in Rihanna's dressing room or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would never go into a Beyonce bathroom. And
you wouldn't, but I guarantee you, it's some creepy ass dude out there right now who would be like, "Oh my, I wish I had that power. I'd be in da da da." Yeah, it's always some creepy ass dude. Just like I said, it ain't just dude, because there's always some nasty ass 40-year-old lady won't fuck a 13-year-old little white boy. So to each his own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A random question I just thought of, man. Did you see the Turk Vlad interview by any chance?
I haven't, but I saw it, and that's the one where he said, in New Orleans we do things different or something like that, talking about the whole.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog Turk. On that? So I'll say this. That's not a quote unquote New Orleans thing, because I don't know buku people that was doing that. That's more of a gang mentality type of thing, a gang mentality with a fatherhood thing, because Baby was like a father figure to Turk and Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of see that about that happening. I don't know about. I've never personally seen it from, the times that I've been around any of them people. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on that part. I just seen the picture like y'all seen. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on that because I don't know a whole lot of people who was doing that. I do know people who have done that. I've seen other people do that, and it fucked my head up. And I was like, what the fuck? And my partner was like, yeah, that's like that nigga daddy. Like, what you mean? Like, I don't this my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then nigga like, well, shit. They were trying to kill him. They got him murked, and then he did this, and they did that, and like, okay, so it's on some mob type shit. They were like, yep. I like, say less. So if you know about the history of Cash Money, you know how they got their money early.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, to shoot some bail to Turk, some of what he was saying did make sense. Like a lot of friends got that, play gay jokes on each other, like, say some goofy shit. But yeah, the kissing thing, I never really understood that. And then he made a response with Kevin Gates in the video where like Kevin Gates gave him a little kiss too.
Kiss on the forehead, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all just playing into it now. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll say this too about Kevin Gates. That's how he is in real life. He's a very, very like Kevin Gates kissed me on my forehead before. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he trying to fuck me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't saying that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it happened, my little partner, he was like, he really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he show affection. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not gonna look at him as being gay or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, like, I really, really fuck with you on some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I care about you and your well-being with your kids. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But just like I said, I wouldn't say that's necessarily New Orleans thing. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, and you kind of see it with the like the old school mobsters though, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's some mob shit.
Forehead, yeah.
It's some mob shit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, you got to make everything gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's only black people that make it gay.
I was wearing a pink mask earlier, so I guess I'm gay because I was wearing a pink mask.
Yeah, some take it too far. Some take it too far. I don't know.
Does that make me gay?
the homophobic shit has gone too far, man. Some of these people need to chill out. But it is with Boozy going off, making songs and shit. You gotta give it a break, man. Gotta give it a rest.
Gotta give it. By the way, speaking of break, I'm taking another break. All right, there we go. Reese's peanut butter, yeah. Chips Ahoy with Reese's. So I'm trying to.
Is that an exotic pop special too, man?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Look, bro, like I said, this man really getting into it now. They look good as hell too, man. I can't lie. Well, shit, like I said, man, we really this conversation done went on a roller coaster of everything I think we could possibly talk about, man.
No, this is actually my favorite interview so far, man. And we've been doing this podcast for about 3 years now.
I appreciate that. I ain't nobody.
Like
and it's good. And usually when we have certain guests on, they kind of be, real secretive or, they not open at all. And we usually be fishing for shit just to, have a conversation. But man, we really appreciate you hopping on, man. We do this every Friday, man. So whenever you want to, man, feel free to come up here, man. We in the same building, 24 Greenway Plaza, man.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell people your location. Nigga, hold on, cross that down.
Yeah, we just talked about this. Yeah, niggas be jealous. Don't be telling them where we at, man. We had
we every Friday, nigga. You know what I mean? We are from 6 a.m. to motherfucking 11:45 a.m. If any nigga won't come, the password is Bananarama. Just tell them at the fucking front, and you come upstairs. You know what
I mean? Now we got to say undisclosed location, like my boy Jack Freeman used to say when we did the podcast.
That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Jack Freeman. You dig?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Jack. So we've been putting people on to Houston artists, man, that they may have not heard of. So we're gonna wrap up with this real quick. Tell the people some Houston artists or just artists who are underground in general that they need to be listening to if they're not already.
Baby Sam. You got a song called Vision Blurry. You got another song called I Want with legendary SUC artist ESG. Another artist named Lakey. He's out of Austin. He got a song called Work. And then he also got a song coming out with DJ Chose. He got a song with YNF Quinn. So he working.
What's his name? I'm writing all this down so I can check
Lil Key, Lil, then Ke. His song is called Work. You know what I mean? Baby Sam. His song is called Vision Blurry. Mr. H is Black News. He got a song. He got a Dallas. He got a song with Erica Banks called Bossing Up. Nice song. I fuck with it.
Look, Mr. H is Black News.
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. H is Black News. And I asked him, I was like, what that mean? He was like, because Mr. H is my business and Black News, you know what I'm saying? He turned up, you know what I'm saying? He the one that's about the mischief, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, like Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, I see it. All right. That's cool because, you know, a lot of people don't really have personas and, you know, or shit like that in hip hop no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's cool. Then a dude named Fly Star out of New Orleans, he got this song called Bud, B-U-D, and it stands for backup dick.
Okay.
He said it's like a side nigga anthem. He said, I'm a bud, I'm a backup dick. Then when she want to call, when she want to get some dick, I'm a bud. It's a nice little song. And then last dude named C.O. Yante, he out of I want to say he's out of Arizona. I could be wrong. It might be Denver. But he got a song called Side Nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a jamming ass song. And then the last person I'm put y'all on is Taylor D. Taylarrd. She called herself 337 Slim. She's from Opelousas, Louisiana. She got a song called Lit. I'm fucking with her. Yeah, man. Tall, slim, beautiful thing. Very energetic. Could rap her ass off. Fucking with it.
Okay.
I like the recommendations, man, because we ask this to everybody, and usually they don't give us too many people or people we've heard of already. So I like that you actually put us on to people that I personally haven't heard of at all, but I'm definitely gonna check them out. If they got the DJ Hollygrove co-sign.
Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna give a few more. Sincerely, Amira. She signed to Akon's Convict. She got a song called Move.
Okay. Sincerely, what is it?
Amira.
Amira. Okay.
Like mirror, like a mirror, but a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Hey, her song is a beast, and she's just
Okay. Definitely gonna check this out. We might review it on our next podcast too.
Check them out. Sure, I might reach out to them and try to get them on, man. I'm a huge fan. I love having artists like this on the podcast just to talk to them and stuff like that. A lot of the artists we had on, man, I just ran across or recommendations, and I get them on, and they become friends of the show.
Real. So a few more things. Young Baby Tate. After the Rain Deluxe Chop Not Slot remix is out right now. Go get that. Young Baby Tate. She's one of the newest people on Love and Hip Hop. You hear me? Her mom was the singer for Arrested Development. You know what I'm saying? So she sung on, on Everyday People in Tennessee and all that. Excuse me. Mr. H, Black News, Black Simpson. We got that coming out soon. Me and Baby Sam got a project coming out. I got a shit I'm doing with live mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of shit coming up with live mixtapes. And we got that I Love McConan, My Purple Parade Chop Not Slop coming soon. You know what I mean? Officially on all DSPs. So
nice. Okay.
We got a couple more stuff with Chopstars, but I can't, keep the upper hush.
Divulge. I feel you. When that Certified Lover Boy coming out, man? I know you know. I know you got the release date.
You probably on it, man.
Yep. This month, next month.
I don't know why. I can't hear you all of a sudden. Hello. I'm not sure. Y'all remember the doctor that the fake doctor out of Florida, the 18-year-old? I'm not sure where you're getting this information from, These allegations are false.
Just to let you know, man, we had Jay Prince on the podcast, and he said we qualify to be in Mob Ties. So this is a Mob Ties podcast.
Yes.
All right, that was up. All right, shout out to y'all. I fuck with a lot of Mob Ties. Shout out to my boy Grizzle. Shout out to my boy Grizzle. That's my nigga. You hear me? We don't get no bigger. Y'all know about Grizzle. You need to get on Grizzle too. You know he Mob Ties. That nigga jam like a motherfucker too. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. And of course, last but not least, man, plug everything you got coming out. Plug where you're gonna be. You say you back doing shows and stuff, so let people know where they can catch you at next and what you got dropped.
So let me see if I can put this up real quick because I don't know because I can do the virtual background, but I don't know if this flyer is small enough for it to fit in the background. Okay, let me see.
Yeah,
let me see. Can I? Okay, can we see it?
Yeah.
14th annual Low Car Show. Okay.
So yeah, I got that. See, okay. All right, there we go. Hold up. Now I see him trying to show my background. All right. So yeah, what's going on? Anyway, I got that coming up. You hear me? That's on September 18th. Myself and Celebrity Barber Sherm, who's a celebrity barber out of Austin, Texas. And when I say like celebrity barber, like he's cut like so many of the UT players' names who end up, being in the NBA, NFL, all that. He's the official barber for legendary Texas player Earl Campbell. A lot of people know Earl Campbell for his sausage. A lot of people don't really be knowing that Earl Campbell also is, like a legendary fucking football player. You know what I'm saying?
Houston players of all time.
That's funny how a lot of people just know him from the sausage and not the football.
That can't be true in Houston. That can be true nationwide. That can't be true in Houston.
Even outside of Houston, I knew who Earl was, and I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm a football savant. Well, I knew who Earl Campbell was.
Yeah, some people didn't, so you got to mention both. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got this live mixtape stage going on. So we're gonna put some independent artists up there, and then we're gonna finish the night off with a couple of Texas legends. You know what I'm saying? So, not gonna say who it is just yet, but got some shit coming. Y'all just stay tuned. Make sure y'all get the Chop Not Slop app. If you don't have it, go get it now. You know what I mean? If you're Android and iTunes, or not iTunes. Yeah, it's not even iTunes no more. It's just the App Store.
I just downloaded it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go get that Chopstar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go get that app, baby. Get chopped up, not slopped up. You hear me? Stop riding around that sloppy shit, like OG say. Yeah, I understand. I understand y'all can't. I understand sometimes y'all want to wait. I get it. I understand. You hear me? But the wait be fucking worth it, because y'all be listening to that cyber shit, y'all be angry, and then y'all come in all mentions, you hear me, and be mad at us because we ain't dropped the shit yet, and you angry because you had to hear that bullshit. That's your fault because you ain't have fucking patience. I get it. I understand, because I be mad too, because with some shit that I know the Candlestick them gonna drop, I'm like, what's happening, babe? When you gonna drop that down? Just let me hear the rough. No, bitch, send me the rough. I want to hear it. Please. No? Okay. Yeah. Now I just go by. That's why I just go to niggas' studio and just be like, "What's up, baby? What you doing? What you working on?" Yeah,
right. You need a couple tracks.
Yeah, let me hear that. Ooh,
that's fire. Happening up, but I got one more thing to ask you, man, because you just brought something to mind. I knew you heard all that drama with the lady who made that TikTok about slowed and reverb music. And said some dude named Slater invented it and didn't give any props to DJ.
Shout out to my boy Slater.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the slowed and reverb stuff, man? Do you fuck with it at all, or do you think it's
I feel like this. I gotta thank her name was Debbie Lemons. I gotta thank her, you hear me, because number one, she put more of a light on us than she realized, and she didn't even know who we were at the time.
You got the conversation started.
Yeah, and I appreciate my dog Donnie Houston, who actually got it right, because Donnie Houston went live with her on IG and, you know, broke down the whole DJ Screw and, you know, the SUC, told about Swisher House, Michael Watts, OG, Chopstars, all that. This is so crazy. I just happened to go on this live when he was talking to her because I forgot about it. And I was doing something else. And he was like, speaking of, yeah, DJ Hollygrove and Chopstars on here right now. Yeah, you can make sure you check out him and everything. You know, down in Houston, I always show love. But I'm kind of glad she did. And as far as the slow and reverb, I mean, I'm cool with it. It's like, if you want to listen to that, you know, if you want to listen to slow down music in that way, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. To me, it's kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? You know, just me being a turntablist and always even watching DJs, I always like to see the tricks and everything. So me hearing the scratches on certain things and the bringbacks and the chops is, you know, what excites me. That's what excites a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's cool. You know, I respect to anybody that do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially Slater, because, you know, he even tell you he doing this because he likes DJ Screw's music. He doing it because he like Watts music. He like the Chopstars. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to my boy Chopstar DJ Slater, by the way. You know,
okay. Okay. Oh, is he Chopstars? Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, he Chopstar, man. Made him Chopstar a couple months back. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. I reached out to him around that time when it happened. I was gonna get him on the podcast, but yeah, it kind of fell through. But yeah, okay.
I actually fuck with the slow and reverb stuff, man. Because honestly, I feel like I'd rather, if it's not going to be you guys doing something, and you know, you can't chop and screw everything. There might be something I want to hear from the 80s that was never on a Chopstar mixtape. So I got to hear the slow and reverb version. I'd rather hear that than somebody trying to chop and do transitions and they don't know what they're doing. Because that's the most important to me when I hear something that is chopped up badly. I'd rather you just slow the record down and don't do nothing else rather than chop it up and chopping it up all wrong and it sounds bad.
Yeah, they're just like people that chop backwards. I've never. It just sounds terrible.
It's not a good look, man. People don't know. They don't know how to do it. They don't know it's an art to it. You can't just be pressing the fader back and forth. Yeah. No, you got to actually have a knowledge of what you're doing. But that's what the
man. But you know, one thing I do want to say is, you know, shout out to everybody that's, you know, keeping DJ Screw legacy alive. You know, shout out to the mother of, you know, Screw, the father, Screw, everybody, his whole family, you know, who's made sure that Screw's name and legacy came up. Same thing with all the artists and the DJs who've done it. Shout out to all the DJs is, you know, slowing stuff down. Shout out to everybody who's dealing with this COVID stuff. If you lost a loved one to COVID, if you're dealing with COVID yourself, man, you know, definitely pray for y'all. Rest in peace to my brother Black and Mild, my brother DJ Dip. You know, I don't feel like Black and Mild gets enough light. You know, he was the first quote unquote famous person, you know what I'm saying, or notable person to pass away for COVID. And, you know, a lot of people don't really speak about him a lot. So, you know, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. No, definitely y'all be safe out there. And make sure y'all are following DJ Hollygrove on social media, man. He's DJ_Hollygrove on Twitter and Facebook and Twitter.
The real DJ Hollygrove. The original
DJ Hollygrove.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Send him email him at don'tsendmetrashmusic@gmail.com.
Send them unmixed tracks. Yeah. It's trash. I'm like, Lebretta, what you done? Lebretta, what you done, bro? Come on. You know better than this. Like, what I was supposed to play this? This is what I asked her. Where I'm gonna play this at? Where you want me to play this at? You tell me that. Where you want me to play this shit at? Sometimes I bring him back. You motherfucker. I don't know the fuck you made me play this song. You with the brain. Man, I appreciate y'all again for having me on y'all illustrious podcast, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in every week. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a new guest for you. They're gonna have somebody notable. They're gonna have somebody fire. They're gonna have somebody, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn everything. Bow. DX, suck it. You hear me?
Yeah, that's a drop, man. That's a drop. We appreciate it, bro.
Yep.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, man.